What's good, everybody? It is time for some World Warrior Street Fighter 6 action. This is week number 1 for US West, and who better to bring you the action than your in-game commentators, James Chen and Vicious. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right, man. Been very much so looking forward to what the West has to offer, right? We've seen a little bit of the previews of what the rest of the world has to offer thus far for the World Warrior events, and it's been pretty nonstop in terms of the action, but also in terms of the talent, right? I'm really expecting to see some of the best show out for both Canada and just the rest of the West Coast. And to kind of see where it takes us going forward. I want to see who's stepping up to the plate, and some of the names that you might see, by the way, are some names that you haven't seen up on the grand stage in quite a while. Going into it right now, take a look at the top 8 brackets. Starting from the top, we got Chris T going up against Noah the Prodigy. Now, Chris T, obviously known for winning a ton of tournaments very early on, still being one of the most dominant Kens in the country. And Noah the Prodigy, this guy's been steamrolling everybody's points on ranked. So again, be careful if you are a master. And myself as well. I am definitely one of the victims in that pile. Chris CCH as well as Nephew, just as much as nonstop as the rest of them. They've been playing in so many different weekly tournaments. It's insane to even try to keep up with them. But the fact of the matter is, they are both here and ready to showcase it again.
Yeah, and of course on the loser side, PR Balrog, a player that obviously was definitely a fan favorite during the Street Fighter 4 days. People love this guy for a lot of good reasons. Very charismatic fella and just always happy and just in such a good mood. I've always loved watching him play. Took a hiatus during 5, but he is back with the jury here in Street Fighter 6. And of course, JB, former East Coaster, now part of the West Coast, been one of the most dominating. Is he playing mostly Rashid now? Has he switched fully to the Rashid?
Not necessarily. He's still practicing with that character, but the last I saw on stream, he kind of balanced it out between Rashid first and then Jamie for certain matchups for the rest of his stream. I think it was like a couple days ago I saw him streaming it. So yeah, and I will say this about PR Balrog. I saw him walking around with a stroller at EVO, and I'm like, man, that's a very high-tech and stick bag. He's like, no, I'm actually a dad now. I'm like, that's crazy. That's even better. So that's cool. Super cool,
dude. Exactly. And you know what, I mean, we mentioned PR Rog, you know, a former Street Fighter 4 player here, but look at the other side too. Jace the Ace and 801 Strider. Now obviously 801 Strider kept some success in Street Fighter 5 doing damage with the Laura eventually, but these two players, do you remember, Vicious, the tournament, the block at the Orange, you know, like one of the first level up tournaments ever run? Jace the Ace and 801 Strider, if I'm not mistaken, were at that event. They were former Street Fighter 4 players from the very beginning, and here they are again in Street Fighter 6. They will be going up against each other in the loser side of the bracket, round number 1.
I still remember Babyface Jace starting up his YouTube channel, and it's so, man, I still remember his intro. He's like, welcome to my new YouTube channel. And he was the most wholesome thing, but he had some of the most degenerate C Viper plays that I've ever seen. So this is very exciting. I actually didn't know what a CFN was. Is going to be revealed later on. I'm not going to be the one to rat it out, but it's very interesting to see how much he's actually kept up with the game of Street Fighter 6 as well. He's very much so a very competent player, hence why he's in the top 8. But when I found out a CFN, I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. I've run into you so many times in ranked, and it just makes sense. Who he plays, you'll find out in just a bit.
Yeah, and again, you know, it's really cool to see a lot of these players back in the swing of things. Again, you know, Street Fighter 5, in my opinion, was a very different kind of game, different kind of mindset for you to play. And a lot of the Street Fighter 4 players, like PR Rog and Jace the Ace, did not, gel with the game as much. But Street Fighter 6, I feel like, has kind of done this beautiful marriage of the best of both worlds. Like, it works for Street Fighter 5 players, it works for Street Fighter 4 players, and that's why we're getting these crazy matchups like PR Rog and JB. Like, we have not, like, have we ever seen that match ever, you know?
I can't necessarily say that hasn't happened ever. I mean, it could have happened in Street Fighter 5 a long time ago, but I feel like by the time JB moved to the West Coast, I think we had lost PR Rog at that point. So exactly, I don't know. Yeah. I can't accurately say no. I can't accurately say yes.
But that's what makes this so exciting. I'm so excited to see all these players go up against each other. But the cool thing about it is, there was always that talk that, oh, you Street Fighter 5 players, you won't find success in 6. But you look at the winner side over there, and a lot of those guys are Street Fighter 5 players. So I love it. I want to see more bloodshed. I want to see more people, old school and new school, just keep going at it, because that's what it's about. It's about the competition, and the truth really comes down to, if you're good at Street Fighter, you're just good at Street Fighter. So we're gonna have some good matches today.
No doubt. I think it's a nice blend of different players in terms of like where they came from. I think the only one that really stands out to me personally is Noah the Prodigy, right? I don't think he's really had any huge success in Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5 to that degree. But now that he's older and he's like really stepping up his game, you could see the amount of work he's put into the game. He's literally streaming it or playing the game like 8+ hours a day, running rampant on everybody's point. At one point in time, he was the #1 point earner and had lost the spot immediately after somebody else. I forgot who it was, but he's been gunning for like the top 3 spots since the game had come out and ranked. So it's funny, like you have a good balance of Street Fighter 4 players or very successful Street Fighter 4 players. Then you have the balance of very successful Street Fighter 5 players. Then of course you have the anomaly of Noah the Prodigy, right? So this is going to be where we get to see how good Noah the Prodigy truly is against someone as classically trained as Chris T.
He's won 2 on the online local in a row, and like that's when I ran into him. It was like right after he won. He was just like, whatever, I'm just coming back in and still just playing online all day. So yeah. Ooh, okay, here's a good start here for Chris. Now, a lot of people talking about this, right? Is this where the meta is going? Are we gonna be perfect pairing everything?
Whoa.
Oh, burned out, yeah, and right away, Chris building a little bit of his gauge back, and then going for the combo right there. Did not waste any time going for that drive impact, and gets a perfect.
That is the classic. You whiff the throw right in front of them, just to make them think that they need to press tech, and you get the punish afterwards. Chris Tatarian. Tried and true, I'm telling you that.
And the best thing about Noah the Prodigy, I mean, obviously he was like one newcomer of the year at the Evo tournament where he played Marvel and stuff, and he was such a young kid, he looked all humble. This kid is really cocky now, dude. Did you see what he tweeted at Mike Ross, dude?
Oh yeah, I sure have. Yes, sir! Being able to interrupt the drive impact. Chris T was looking for the easy splat. Noah the Prodigy saving that bar for a very good reason. We'll take that punish counter. Ready for the uppercut.
Wow.
Chris Tatarian trying to find a jump out as well.
No way. Modern controls, like he walked backwards into DP, which was crazy. And he's gonna get the drive rush combo and tie it up 1 round apiece.
This kid is fast, man. We were saying this right before the stream started. The way that Noah the Prodigy plays, he is fast and he's got the young man reactions. He had jumped way before the fireball had even come out. This guy, he sees into the matrix. He might be the chosen one. Up until that point, it's Chris Tatarian. Getting lucky on that.
Oh, and he just goes for another one. Yeah, I think last time he tried to go for the crosscut, it didn't wait long enough, but he's got a big lead, but it's burned out. This is a huge problem now.
Yeah, Chris can't even do DI though. He can't leave any big strings. The big punish counter against whatever it is that Chris Tatarian did. Noah the Prodigy target combo into beast mode, baby. Now, I think Noah the Prodigy might have had the W earlier had he not dropped the 3 crouching lights going into the Dragon Punch. He wanted to get level 1 for sure.
Oh, there we go. Another perfect parry for Chris. And now taking Noah all the way to the corner. It's not true meaty situation, but that's what we need to see more of. The drive rush cancel and then immediate EXDP response. I feel like that's going to be something we're going to see a lot more of as the game continues to grow older. Oh, he tried to jab him enough times. It wasn't enough.
Now I'm thinking to myself, was the trade combo far worse than just taking the drive impact? I think yes, right? I think instead of just taking the stun to the root of the combo, I think the trade combo was far better in terms of like damage taken for Noah the Prodigy. But now, look at that level 2. Chris Tatarian is in kill position. Yes, sir. He's got it. More than enough damage in the tank. He doesn't even have to do... Okay, I was going to say, level 2 just might be enough. But would level 1 have killed there, James?
I see. That's the thing is I'm not sure, and I like Chris just making sure. Just go for the level 2.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Here we go. Nice interrupt and drive rush in the throw. And it was a punish counter. So it looked like Chris perhaps tried to perfect parry that situation.
Ooh, love the walk back too after the block flash knuckle. Oh, that neutral jump could have been everything still. The low forward catching the charge up on the flash knuckle against Noah, the fierce to face, full counter hit conversion. Watch out for the throw. And he was looking for it too. Chrisitarian with a neutral jump instead and firing back with his own DP. This is so back and forth, so fast paced. We got to see the DI eventually, but I don't think Chris is going to give it to him.
Yeah, oh, jumps out of there, but that's great for Noah because he switched sides and he's gonna get the level 3 here. He is trying to burn Chris T out, so this will put him into burnout. How does Noah take advantage of this now? No drive impacts just yet. He knows Chris is sitting on those 2 meters, and you see Chris pumping away and still gets the autocorrect TP. The jump forward, that's what Noah likes to do, is jump forward at you in the corner to bait out the throws, and Chris gives him a little taste of his own medicine.
Not gonna lie, I definitely teched. I know for sure Noah the Prodigy was like, you know, this is guess for game scenario, he's got to throw me right.
Again. Yeah.
Corner. Important tech for Chrisitarian. That side switch would have been everything for Noah.
Yeah, Noah likes to do drive rush into throw, and Chris has started to pick up on that, and so he's got the techs now. And here we go, corner position, goes for the Jinrise, and oh!
Beautiful. You love to see it too. The air-to-air conversion from Chrisitarian at the right timing of getting the EX Tatsu. By the way, being able to get the juggle into uppercut, that's kind of difficult. Some of that could be a little bit inconsistent, but not for Chrisitarian. That was beautifully done.
It was so nice. Maximum damage on the attempt to jump out of the corner. So nice. Good awareness right there.
I've seen Yipes practice that on his stream for like so long, and it tells me how inconsistent it is, because I tried it myself in training room. I'm telling you, man, you have to really delay that EX or that OD Tatsu on the way out.
Okay. Definitely one of those things that when you see the top players do it, it just looks like it just works, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And again, just to remind everybody in the chat right now, this is just week 1 of the World Warrior event. So this will be the local, online local, that basically they're going to be earning points for a few weeks until we actually find out who qualifies for the top 8 finals. And the winner of that then qualifies for Capcom Cup. He's burned out. Oh, he found the drive impact. Noah without the reactions this time. Easy combo into the level 3. Chrisitarian goes up 2-1.
Yeah, that was a tricky scenario as well. I don't think Noah the Prodigy expected Chrisitarian to get that drop immediately after his combo. So I totally get it. It's one of those things where it's like, sure, you're supposed to be ready for any sort of drop to respond, but at that moment, it's so ambiguous as to what Chrisitarian can go for, whether it's a block string or frame trap. But him going for the DI, the last thing that Noah expected. The overhead is there, but not meaty enough to get a combo. So Chris opting to go for the throw instead, which makes sense. Noah the Prodigy still trying to find his way out of the corner. No, still counter hit after the Dragon Lash being blocked plus frames. But there was a little slight delay, so a little tricky stuff going on between Chrisitarian and Noah.
Oh, yeah, found a way to, he activated the drive parry and then was like, you know what, gonna use this for the rush. And actually did find the, oh my god, trading with the crouch medium kicks, the key button for a lot of these characters here. Oh, 6 frame standing light punch that moves forward, such a nice button to have. Leads into target combos and counter hit confirms. Oh. What a block on that over. See, there was that counter hit confirmed. He didn't get a full combo off of that. Wow, I thought he was going to get a cross up, but it didn't happen.
Oh, no. I don't know if that could have been bigger for Chris. It doesn't matter, but still, Noah the Prodigy still opting to go for these throws, but it makes a lot of sense. I don't know if he had enough life left in the tank to take one more throw, so it totally makes sense that he would try to go for the tech. Chrisitarian looking at match point.
Ooh, okay. Gets the punish counter throw as well. So that's 2,000 damage right there. 1/5 of your life gone almost instantaneously. Ooh, get back down. Ooh. There you go. Good damage here.
Damn!
What?
That hurts, brother. That feels awful to take. Damn, that was just raw fierce. That was a beautiful punish.
That'll do it. Yeah, he accidentally burned himself out when he did that too. So he wasn't even, that wasn't even a punish counter because the berry was gone. He ran out of meter by burning himself out, but it was still enough to kill. And Chris Tatarian is gonna move on over Noah. So Chris showing that the veterans still got it right now.
Yeah, I think there was a lot that Chris Tatarian kind of laid on him to kind of make Noah think otherwise in regards to what the media pressure was going to be like. There was so many different looks that Chris Tatarian had shown out there that were all just as dangerous as the next, like especially in the corner, right? Having that look of doing maybe a throw, maybe a media, or even a delayed jump to make you think a throw is coming is so smart from Chris. So overall, I will say this, Noah still having another shot in the losers bracket, I feel like that makes him even more dangerous than before. So we'll see how that plays out. Right now, Chris Tatarian looking pretty dang confident.
And what's good about this too, you know, obviously World Warrior is going to be a way to qualify. US Canada West online CPT is coming up pretty soon. But Chris Tatarian, in a very unfortunate situation too, had his car broken into and abandoned the day he was supposed to drive to Evo. And he was one of the players that a lot of us were looking to see how well he would do at Evo, and he just didn't even get to go. So this obviously is a great chance for him. So you know he's coming into this with extra motivation.
Was Chris not able to make it to Evo on time? I don't remember what the story was. Like I know what happened to him, but I don't know if he actually made it in time.
Yeah, all of his friends that were going to Evo had already left, and he couldn't find any plane tickets to get him into Vegas in time for his Friday morning pool. And there was really no way to shift him around because, you know, that's just the way it works. That's the rules. Yeah. So he literally couldn't make it on time, so he just didn't go. Unfortunately, he just literally didn't go to, as far as I know. Oh, he's in the chat, he can confirm. I don't think he just went. I think he just stayed home at that point because just like that's mental, that's morally crushing.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, he did go to Evo. He did go to Evo. Okay, cool. He was there.
Okay. I see. I will agree. Evo travel in general was just mad cursed. It was absolutely mad cursed. But that's another story for another time. If we could take a look at the bracket, perhaps as we were queuing up for the next match, Chris ECH versus Nephew should be coming up next, if I'm not mistaken. Chris T taking it down against Noah 3-1 with a very convincing fierce to the face to the Shipu Jinrai. But there was a lot more that happened, obviously. Let's take a look at this one. Nephew versus CCH. They had played literally, yesterday? In like 5 different tournaments.
Yeah, and I feel like I consider this a massive rivalry here because, you know, at one point in time, Nephew was kind of considered the strongest in the West Coast in Street Fighter V. He was doing all this damage. Samurai was there challenging him a bunch, but then Chris CCH came out and it really kind of started becoming a battle between Nephew and Chris CCH, and I feel like Chris CCH finished in a stronger spot in 5. So this is, I feel like...
I agree.
For me, the narrative here, I feel like there's a little bit of a rivalry here.
And it makes sense. And they're both using very, very strong characters to represent themselves. To be fair, Nephew has been rocking with this character for a very, very long time, starting with the first beta. Chris CCH has been dabbling back and forth, right? He used Luke, he used Ken. Now he's practicing with JP a couple of times over, but now it's been pretty much even, I feel like, with Ken and JP in terms of success. Yes, sir.
Nice. Okay, and that's gonna burn him out? No, pixels away from burning out. So Chris CCH trying to stay alive.
You have got to be kidding.
Rush.
That is the most optimization you could ask for. Being able to utilize literally less than half of your drive gauge left into a drive rush cancel confirmed. That was so slick for Chris CCH. Speaking of slick, that counter poke is everything. That crouching medium punch now leads to this Oki scenario. What are you gonna do about it, Nephew? Get off of me.
Keeps him in the corner, trying to keep this pressure. Here we go, the throw loop. So he's gonna do it again. He did, but nice tech from Nephew. Oh, here we go. Oh, to the corner we go. Probably gonna set up a safe jump of some sort. No, actually, it just goes for the ground pressure after. Oh no.
For mid-screen, I think you'd want to do the grounded approach more so than the jump because of the threat of back throw. But Shipu Jinrai! Chris CCH not even opting to go for level 3. He had more than enough in the... Actually... Yeah, I think he had just built the level 3, but maybe he wasn't sure. So Shipu Jinrai still the way to go.
I feel like when he did that drive rush cancel, he delayed that standing heavy punch so slightly to make it feel like a drive rush into throw, and Nephew just got clocked by that standing heavy punch. Also, I swear Chris CCH uses the Jinrai kicks more than most Kens that I see.
To be fair, it's a cool move, man. It's an iconic move, if you will. It's the move heard around the world at one point. Multiple times over, actually. Oh, there's a lot of damage.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah, just saving those resources. Don't need to go crazy. It's such a big life lead. Chris CCH looking so solid here at the start.
I would have wondered if he had gone for like any sort of drive rush cancel combos, he would have built some more meter for himself. Oh, that's a significant drop.
Yeah, it's rough. And that's going to give Nephew this opportunity here. Oh, trying to throw more fireballs, but not going to get that out in time. Nice. And there we see the interruption of the drive rush cancels.
What? Are you kidding me? That was so sick. The whip punish against the low medium kick with OD up. Oh, if he hit him with the Tokido, doesn't even matter. Still gets the level 3, and that was off of 2 hits, but it was canceled off of the special move. It might.
Is this gonna kill?
No, okay. I know it was only 2 hits prior, but the cancel off of the fireball also increases.
No, you can't block. You're gonna get
chipped.
Damn.
Damn, unfortunate for Nephew. I was wondering what the answer was gonna be, but he just stood there and took it.
Oh man, so 2-0 lead for Chris CCH right now. Oh no, okay, good shimmy for Nephew. Back to this neutral situation. Nephew really hasn't found an opportunity to get in and start his pressure against Chris, I feel like.
No, that's absolutely right. I think Chris CCH has done a great job with his counter pokes and also max range normals, just kind of deterring Nephew from even trying to contest against it, right? It's so difficult if you're Chris CCH. Or sorry, if you're Nephew to even try to get past the normals that Ken has. Fireball, sure, but you have to stock up for him most of the time. Stock up twice? No, just once.
And Ken, that standing heavy punch, I talk about that move a lot. It's so far, 10 frames. Jury has one that reaches far, but that thing's 15 frames, so you can't throw it out as easily as Ken. Having said that, Nephew does find the combo and is able to take the first round.
You can see as soon as Nephew has 0 stock up, Chris CCH slowly starts to like bulldog towards Nephew. He's gonna wait for the fireball, then what? Now it's gonna be Chris CCH's turn. He tried to counter poke and it's Nephew firing right back. Drive rush cancel, getting the whiff punish, but still the roundhouse coming in full effect from Chris CCH. Checking with the low forward, Nephew with the defense.
Fireball negative on block, had to be defensive afterwards. Missed the cross cut. He was definitely trying to go for it, that's why he got hit, but he's still gonna manage to get the drive rush combo here. The meaty overhead, you gotta look out for that whiff jab. That's the setup, although he can go in multiple ways afterwards as a mix-up still.
Yeah, he could force you to stand, go for a low. He could force you to expect a normal, go for the throw.
Yeah. He could even bait out the DP, I think, just by kind of like doing nothing afterwards.
That's right.
No, not gonna kill, not gonna kill.
Oh, wait, it's the foot! It's the stanky leg! It's the stanky leg! Ugh! Take a whiff! Was that double critical art finish? No, that was just super art and critical art. My bad.
Yeah, and yes, remind everybody, definitely use those codes in the match arena. Jump over there, claim those codes, and make sure these players get paid for giving us a couple of hours of entertainment here. Nephew, try
what? Wake up, heavy punch? Are you kidding? That's I don't know how to even call that. That's raw reads of power right there. Raw reads of passion and emotion. Oh,
because that's not the V reversal input. Like normally I would be like, oh, that was a V reversal input, but that's not how you do drive reversals in this game.
That's not even how you would do it in 5 because it's a kick input.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And here I am thinking I flushed out everything about Street Fighter 5. I thought I got rid of all of that in my memories. Hey.
Oh, backdash, I like that, but he's still burned out. And look at that.
Oh,
and yeah, you're done right here. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing you can do in that situation. That was a checkmate. Being burned out means you also have no access to wake up. Jesus, what a whip punish!
Christopher.
Oh,
That was
actually
cross
wasn't a
cut.
cross cut. Yeah.
He tried to, right?
Oh, punish? No, he was too slow. Too late. That's going to be a combo off that drive rush fireball, but Chris ECH busting out. Just needs to do about 1/3 of a bar of damage here to move on, but here comes Nephew. Woo.
Not going to be quite burnt out, but this is going to be pretty difficult to get out of considering these certain...
Doesn't have any. Oh, what a reaction! He just had that little tiny bar into the critical art. Chris CCH is gonna tell Nephew to sit down and shut up, and he's gonna move forward on the winner's side.
Damn. Chris CCH taking it down over Nephew in that final moment. It was the drive impact that did it. It's like you're playing a game of Clues. Like who was the murder mastermind? It was drive impact in the corner with a knife. That's rough.
I mean, honestly, like we saw it at Evo. We've been seeing it at all the tournaments. People, even top players, getting hit by drive impacts all over the place. But Chris did throw out that button, which the hit stop gave him like those tiny few more frames to react, and it was just enough. So nicely done. Chris CCH is gonna move on, and he will be going up against the other Chris with the initials, right? So it's gonna be Chris T versus Chris CCH. Why are all the Chris T, Chris G, Chris CCH? They're all like this.
They're all good. Yeah, I don't know, man. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the monikers that these guys have in their handle isn't actually their real name at this point. It's like, JB? No, my name's actually Christopher. Balrog? No, that's a character from Street Fighter. I'm actually a Chris too. No,
I mean, there's still some player, Breaker Dave. His real name's not Dave. Ryan Hunter.
I thought it was Dave. Man, you got to be pulling my leg on that one.
Dude, Ryan Hunter's real name isn't Ryan Hunter.
Now you're giving away too many secrets. Listen, I have no affiliation with James Chen right now. I don't want any of the Illuminati to come after me for exposing government names. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that guy.
But I want to remind everybody, the Matcherino code exists. You see the link in the chat. I am going to log in. I am going to pick my login account. I am going to log in right now, and I am going to click claim code. And you will see my name pop in there as well, just contributing 25 cents. You see how fast and easy that was. So hopefully you guys can do that. There are 32 codes remaining. Let's get through all those codes. And of course, remember, you can donate directly as well if you are enjoying these matches here. Again, super easy to donate. And if you create a Matcherino account, just create one. But if you do create the Matcherino account, you can use it for donating for this and for all the World Warrior events all around the world, and countless other fighting game events that Matcherino supports as well.
Yeah. Very easy to do, very easy to kind of navigate as well. All you got to do is click that button on the top right that says contribute. You're pretty much done. You're pretty much all the way there. Claim that code. We still got a couple more. You guys are doing a great job, by the way. 25 cents each time you guys do it. We got 24 codes left. Hey, you guys, again, much appreciated to everybody that's been tuning in, and also contributing to the players. Again, all of this directly goes to the players. So be sure to be on the lookout for that for any weekly, really, because your support means everything to the longevity of people playing this as more than just a hobby, right? So going into it now, I believe we're hopping into the losers side, right? We did see who was up there a little bit earlier, just to kind of refresh your memory. PR Rog versus JB, that's going to be a clash of eras. Jace the Ace and 801 Strider. I feel like that was an old school throwback.
Yeah, it's again, I love seeing this. I love seeing all the players from so many different eras coming together and playing a single game like this. So I love the storylines. I love the history of all the players and just where they come from and all their backgrounds and stuff. You were talking about how PR Rog is a dad now and he has a kid, and I still remember, the kid was probably about the same age as Jace the Ace was when he first came into the scene.
Probably. I remember running into this name, this specific CFN name, the first time when the game came out, and I'm like, man, this guy is crazy. Lo and behold, it was PR Raw.
All right, and was it NVED test or?
That's right.
Oh man. All right, but here we go again. Rashid, brand new character. Wow, that's the frame kill. Crouching strong 3 times. That's sick.
It's so good. Man, the Arabian Cyclone mix too from JB has been so good. You have to pretty much guess at that point what's gonna happen. Oh man,
Ooh, God, I think that hit from the front.
That's crazy, and it still ended with jury on the other side. Yo, you delayed the heck out of that standing medium punch. PR Rog covering all that distance with a drive rush.
And one of the cool things about this too is that, you know, people, if they don't remember PR Rog from Street Fighter 4, he came onto the scene out of nowhere, first year of Street Fighter 4 in that famous 09 tournament. And he's been a threat, one of the major threats ever since. Going into EVO, he said he was super confident. And so that just tells you how much time he's put in, and just, you're gonna have to be scared of this guy when you run into him in tournament.
You gotta be scared of him when you run into him in rank. Are you kidding me? Yes, this guy's taking your points, brother. Same thing with JB. I feel like he's the master of 2 with both Rashid and JB. Or sorry, I should say Jamie. He's been doing so well for himself. Overhead disconnect off the drive rush. Look at the damage off of that. A throw will kill here, right?
Oh, I chased down the backdash, but again, look how much life he has to drain. This is going to be a great start here. Street Fighter 6, you can lose health in a second, especially if you're burned out like this. Oh, what a reaction.
What could you have done there? I don't think you could have had anything else but maybe a level 1. But I don't think that works.
Yeah, level 2 would have died, so maybe level 1 might have worked in that. I don't know, that's one of those ones you'd have to look at the frame data to see which one has more full frames. Oh! Yeah, it's funny because he went from PR Rog, who was all punches, to Jury now, who's all kicks, right? So, kind of makes sense.
That's so funny. You went from the character who would ask, what's a kick, to another character with, I don't know how to punch. That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird, man.
Oh, no! He went the wrong way. It accidentally auto-corrected, and that's going to give JB the victory here. Think? Can he kill?
No, not quite. And the JB special. You know, in another universe, you would have seen JB walk up and then do instant eagle spike in the air.
Robbing the match as usual. Ooh. Drive impact into the overhead. Very nice way to get
God, that's so sick. Yo,
Did they make Rashid so in this game?
No doubt, man. He is easily one of the more entertaining characters to watch. And like just aesthetically, I love his new design.
Yeah. You know, I'm kind of sad now he doesn't use Jamie and JP, because JB using Jamie and JP would be the most confusing thing in the world.
Yeah, I already messed up once. I said using JB and then I meant to say Jamie earlier. It's hard, man.
Oh no. Yeah, but also JB not using Rashid also feels kind of wrong. But again, his character is so different than he was in 5. It's basically a different character.
That is a good checkmate scenario right there. We talked about Jury having an uppercut that kind of leans more towards like a horizontal coverage rather than vertical coverage, right? If you jump in front of her directly, she will whiff. So I do like that from PR Rock, spacing it correctly and getting the heavy uppercut. And speaking of, OD uppercut for JB to relieve him of the pressure.
Yeah, that was the exact same checkmate scenario that Uma had on Cien in ICFC Asia yesterday, too.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh no, you teched. You reached.
And somebody made a really cool observation, too. The fact that it's a Street Fighter 4 versus Street Fighter 5 era. You have characters that have debuted from those respective games, right? Street Fighter 4, Jury came out, and Street Fighter 5, Rashid came out. I really love that observation.
Dude, that almost
really
makes
cool.
it cooler. Oh, man. All right. Oh, nice check with the jab on Jury's driver. And again, a shimmy. So Rog, as Eduardo here, has fallen for a few shimmies in a row now.
that backdash is so fast too from Rashid. The backdash and just spacing he covers. Oh, it doesn't matter to PR Rog. Not gonna go for the level. That is so beautiful too. I love that juggle. It's so cool.
But he's burned out. That's the day. Oh yeah, now you're gonna drop the SR. But I love PR Rog walking forward to block it, to try to take it out of play quicker. And it's gonna pay dividends. And I think PR Rog is gonna be able to kill off of this.
No, ask is guaranteed. I was gonna say, I had to double check the live. I'm like, wait a minute, that is gonna kill, right? Like, am I tripping? So, I love the delay.
That's punish.
I like that delay because of the fact that maybe Spinning Mixer could have come out and maybe he wanted an exchange, but either way, JB with the great patience getting heavily rewarded with this whole sequence in the corner. Back row from PR Rog, drive up, yes sir. Drive through is close today.
You see that JB trying to bait out the DP with the drive rush into the jab whiff. Oh no, you got caught low. He's trying to walk away from the fireball and then he's gonna get shimmied. PR Rog giving JB a little taste of his own medicine.
Damn, that was the jump in for JB if there was anything to call out against PR Rog. That roundhouse 2 is mad far coming from Rashid. Forward throw again, PR Rog applying the pressure.
Oh, what is that? Oh no, it just got, and that is not good. You just lost 2 whole bars.
Jeez, he is being massacred at the corner. We're about to see a perfect, perhaps. He doesn't even have to, okay, good. He doesn't have to spend the level 3. Just goes right into the level 1. Had a little bit of feng shui in the engine to go in for, or I guess, not necessarily feng shui engine, right? He had a charge up to get more damage off of it.
All right, yeah. The Fuhajin.
Storage, yeah.
But who? I mean, this is such an important round. What a nice, perfect parry to stop the jump in here.
That was meaty enough. What?
Okay, PR Rog busting out of there with the wake up OD. Had to go for another shimmy. JB being patient. No cross cut that time from PR Rog, but here we go. I think Rog tried to hit him. I think he thought he was close enough to be able to stuff the SR, but it wasn't fast enough. And I also feel like JB dropped the combo right there.
He got the throw bait and the quarter carry. Man, that's so cool.
Oh, how did he cross up? I guess PR Rog walked forward at the last second, but you got to watch out for the chip damage right now. Oh, that's a smart play right here. Build some more of your drop gauge back while keeping JB's frozen. So now PR Rog is going to be the one that's going to get out of burnout first.
Oh, that is truly a checkmate scenario. PR Rog so smart with the JB without any sort of resources, right? He didn't have the level 1 prior to that combo landing. He didn't have anything else on the drive gauge. He was in burnout. Very good awareness from PR Rog.
Yeah, that level 3 then was even more clutch than I realized because, yeah, it set up that scenario perfectly for PR Rog. Ooh!
That was a little preconceived scenario from PR Rog thinking he was going to get the throw bait, but it's JB just kind of jumping up and throwing him off guard. PR Rog was sticking to his guns with that heavy punch. OD uppercut instead to get himself out of the corner. That counter hit was just in time for JB with the full conversion. Watch out for the throw bait. He knew it.
Yeah, PR Rog has been, I think he's been like 100% on his wake up OD DPs so far. And so I think that's what's getting JB a little bit more tentative. You saw he did the frame kill whiff and then just walked back afterwards.
God, there's so much carry on. I love it. We were talking about being correct on his wake up decisions. Damn! Make it hurt. Yo, PR Rog dashing up instead of going for the charges there. He gets a charge anyway off of the throw bait. Same side. Excellent.
That jumping heavy punch is so scary.
Yeah, I don't even know what side it's on this time when it's mid-screen.
Oh, got him with the low. Tried to go for the empty. JB was able to block in time, but got shimmied again. That should do it. PR Rog is going to win the battle of the eras. Street Fighter 4 greater than Street Fighter 5. No, I'm just kidding. But still, well done to PR Balrog. As I said, going into Evo, he said he was really confident. And again, he came out of nowhere as VVV Scrub. In the Street Fighter 4 in 2009, got top 8, and everyone was like, who's that Puerto Rican Balrog? Who's that PR Balrog? And then he couldn't escape that name ever since.
I feel like somebody in the chat had mentioned it just right. He's no longer PR Puerto Rico. He's Pico Rivera, because now he's been in California for so long. He's got to like change the name up and just make a different lore. He has another chance to change his identity, right? He's relocated to California and he's doing just fine. The scrub relocation program is what it is, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think right now, because the R, maybe P stands for Papa now, right? Because he has the kid. But what does the R stand for now? Papa. No idea. Papa. What's that?
I have no idea. You're gonna have to help me out with that one, James. You set it up. You gotta knock it down, brother.
Yeah, I know. Strangely, I can't think of Papa Rog. I don't know. Papa Rog. We'll just go with that.
We'll do that. Here's an R for you. A reminder of what it looks like in the bracket. Taking a look at how it's gone throughout so far. Obviously, we have both Chris's waiting it out in winners finals. We just saw the conclusion between PR Balrog versus JB, 3-1, but still good looks from JB rocking that Rashid. Really huge progress, by the way. The fact that JB is rocking it out with a new character, making it all the way to very, very heavily stacked World Warrior in the West Coast, proves that his theory of figuring out how the character works is truly working out. So with that in mind, it's going to be Nephew versus PR Balrog after that. So Jace the Ace now versus 801 Strider is who we need to see play very soon to conclude at least the first round for both winners and losers side.
Yeah, again, back from the Shiggle BMX days, the garage days, that, that's where Vi went to, and that's what essentially turned into Level Up. Jace the Ace was playing at those sessions over there, and of course, Gustavo and Renzo, Peru, coming all the way from Salt Lake City. They came all the way out for that block at the Orange event, because I remember, I think they were at that event. They were there very, very early on. Gustavo was playing Abel since the beginning of the game, and I always remember seeing him there, and the growth that Gustavo has had during the course since I first remember seeing in Street Fighter 4 has been incredible, and it's awesome to see him still playing.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm kind of curious to see whether or not PR Rock, 801 Strider is going to pull out the Mano or the Marisa, right? He's been starting to transition over to playing Marisa, but I actually didn't get to check out any of his footage in regards to how we got into top 8 just yet. I wanted to keep it a surprise, but my money is saying that he's going to be going Marisa versus Jace the Ace.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of an interesting situation. When the game came out, the medals and all those things like that, people were terrified of Manon, but she's really kind of one of the characters that I feel like has had kind of more of a drop than any other character in this game, to the point where I feel like most of the Manon players are actually kind of abandoning her. We haven't seen Manon do as much success, have as much success in events these days, I feel like.
I don't think in the US or like the NA region, but I still find that players like Random have been using Manon pretty well.
Right, yeah.
In the EU scene. I don't really see a lot of that in the Southeast Asia region, but I think there's still a handful of players that are trying to make Manon work out, which is quite a shame. I think Manon does have like potential. She does get kind of like outshined by a lot of the characters, and that's for sure, but I think she has enough in the toolkit to catch a lot of people by surprise, especially with the way her medals work, right?
Yeah. And again, when I say, character drops, I mean, like, I don't, outside of like, obviously most people know that Zangief is not particularly strong. People talk about Lily a little bit, but outside of that, every character has a shot, right? I mean, we just saw Kimberly win the Asia World Warrior, right? So the Japan World Warrior over there with Oniki. So again, like every character in this game, so even if Manon, like I feel like Manon dropped from like an early candidate for being really strong to now she's very solidly in that kind of mid-tier area. But a lot of people are actually kind of moving away from that character. What is happening? My cat is running around. No, my cat just started doing the zoomies thing around my legs, and I was just like, "What is happening over here?"
Maybe your cat wants you to stop talking about certain characters the way that you do. He's like, I'm a Ryu main, James. Like, how dare you, Dad? I'm a Manon main. Stop it. Like,
hey, look. I mean, in the chat, they're saying that Ryu is still not particularly strong. But again, in Oceania, CPT Online, second place to Travis Styles was, God, what was his name? I want to call him.
It wasn't PK Sama or any of that, actually.
No. Crown, that's what it was.
Crown,
Thank you.
yeah.
Crown. That's right. He's a dentist. Crown, that's the association right there. So, but he got second place with Ryu, defeating a couple of JPs and I think a couple of Lukes as well. So,
Ryu could do it, perhaps. Maybe they're just built different in the land down under. Who knows?
Well, I mean, the Donk says that if Daigo ain't playing Ryu, he's definitely weak. I mean, maybe it's just that Ken is just that good.
I think so. I think Ken is just that good too. So I feel like it's hard to really differentiate like why you would play like Ryu over Ken, I guess, but it's still very early. Like I don't think Ryu is like terrible. I just think he needs a little bit more love and attention, in my opinion. Like, it's the same conversation you could have with like Third Strike, right? You have like different variations of Ryu they could play for different super arts, but once you pick Denshin, he's actually a problem. I don't know, man. Like maybe the same could sort of be applied. Maybe there's certain things that need to be figured out with Ryu in terms of like how he should be played.
The only reason why I agree with the Donk is because that's my argument for Cammy as well. I don't think she's one of the best because Xiaohai's not playing Cammy. That's my argument.
That's fair.
You know, Xiaohai has never been bashful about using those top tiers, and I've been seeing some players. I think Brutus is one of the players who just switched over to Marisa and is just like, my God, this character's amazing. So we have 801 Strider trying to do the same thing to a burnt out Jace the Ace. Oh! Quite enough to kill yet. Oh, blocks the low. Didn't go for the overhead. Oh, that's such a scary button. Drive Rush Fierce from Marisa is so scary.
Oh! The phalanx right to the neck. 801 Strider. Taking it down over Jace, at least the first round. Jace trying to do a drive rush short, crouching short that is. Full combo into the corner. Goes for the step kick for the meaty option. Interesting.
Oof. Here we go. Combo into the corner. Look at this life lead that Jace the Ace has over here. Oh, you punished the crouching light punch. Oh.
He's still a young man at heart, James. Don't let anyone tell you different. 16 years old? Nah. I forget how old he is now.
He's got to be like 26 or 27 now? 28?
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Jeez.
I gotta wonder though, because I mean, like just for Jace's sake, and obviously a couple of other people we know here in SoCal, I really hope they bring Viper back into Street Fighter 6. I really do.
Oh yeah, she needs to come back.
She deserves it, honestly. She hasn't been around for a while now, and I feel like she's kind of iconic. She's in some of those ending pictures with Jury, and you are getting punched in the face.
Yeah, speaking of which.
Oh, this is checkmate scenario, unless just the Ace wants to... Oh, he tried to bait out the super. That's what he was trying to do, so that's why he didn't go for the drive impact.
Yeah, you're looking at a dead man walking, Jace the Ace, with not too much life left. 801 Strider just going right into the quadriga. Just enough chip damage. Or actually, no, it wasn't chip damage. It was Jace jumping into it.
Oh gosh, that punch is so scary.
Oh. Yep.
Oh, nice. And you know what? Gonna get the corner, the side swap, I should say, thanks to the Dragon Lash.
Yeah, thanks, Dragon Lash, for making it OP. I'm totally kidding. But hey, I gotta say, Jace the Ace now with a meaty standing heavy punch and immediately going into the parry. 801 Strider knowing that sequence very well. Side switch. Oh, potential side switch, but the back roll stops it. And being able to stop the safe jump, Jace the Ace, he knows the play.
Dude, that's the next level thing right there, because normally when you perfect parry a jump in, a safe jump like that, one of the only ways to stop a safe jump is you go throw him, right? And so Jace the Ace didn't throw for the measly scaled perfect parry damage. He actually neutral jumped to get out that throw and got maximum damage afterwards.
Well, you can't punish the safe jump. That's the thing. It's if you perfect parry the safe jump, it leaves you at like +2 or +3. But yeah, you don't get an actual full-on punish. It's just a guessing game with your turn.
Gotcha. So they can actually still jump after. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. I'll have to test that out.
Yeah, if only you were cool enough to like actually get like a light punish, that'd be very interesting. But most of the time off of a safe jump, it's not possible.
Got it. Got it. Oh, and just makes it over. That's actually really important. Get out of the corner, but you are burned out now. And being burned out versus Marisa is not fun. Oh, what a jump timing!
He's kind of sick.
Oh, everybody burned out. No, never mind. JCA's got his meter back. So is he going to go for a drive impact at some point? No, he thought it's the hit. Oh,
he thought 801 Strider was going to stop pressing buttons. This is crazy. You get the full corner exposure. Look at that. Just walk up to the Gladius max distance. This guy, 801 Strider, built him all the drive games back too.
What a confirm on that knockdown back throw. That's 2,000 damage. Oh, the drive parry attempt right there, getting back throw. He took 2,000 damage for that throw, and that put him at basic with pixels. And so, I mean, I'm glad that the punish throws exist to really hurt the parries, but still, it feels bad when it happens to you. Oh!
Parry again, we're gonna get the full kill.
Oh, no!
That was the most online thing I've ever seen in my life. Are you okay? That was crazy. Chase the Ace. I don't think that was intentional, but I also think that might have been plus.
Now I need to check. Holy crap! That was amazing. That's definitely, if it wasn't a intentional, it was American reset, right?
No,
that's just what it was.
That can't be plus, right? There's no shot that's plus. It has to treat, you treat it like a block normally, no matter what side it's on. It was just a little funky because he hit him with like the tail end of it, but there was still like a couple of hits, right? It wasn't like super meaty or anything, so it has to.
But if it ends, but if the Tatsu ends on a backswing, then it would actually happen later in the move than from the front.
Oh, that makes sense. That does make sense. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I have to go lab this now for sure.
Actually, you could just watch the CFN. You can watch the CFN of it and then see whether or not it's plus.
That's right. Shoutouts to Capcom and their sick features, dude.
Oh my god.
Ouch!
Trying to react to that. You saw the counter hit. Chase the Ace tried to rebuttal with something. Critical art. You better pucker up. About to take this love.
And now, okay, JC Ace has meters, so drive impact setups right now isn't gonna work. So he just goes in. Oh no!
No, and no punish from 801 Strider. Oh, Jace the Ace can make this comeback happen still. That could have been a whiff punish and a half if he wanted it.
Is that enough? Not quite. With the overhead, the last thing he was thinking of. Jace the Ace, one game apiece, one round apiece now.
Really trying to test the old man and his reactions. Jace the Ace sneaking in that overhead, coming back from what seemed like a very daunting position. Burnt out, looking at Chip, but now as confident as he is, he's keeping 801 in the corner. We're getting another throw. Yes, sir!
Oh, threw two scootums in a row, and here we go.
Do it again.
You're burned out. You also gotta watch out for the drive. Never mind, he's just gonna go into the level 3. Is this gonna kill?
Barely alive, but we're gonna get a run up. It doesn't even matter.
EX Fireball, and there's nothing. Because Marisa's level 1 obviously wasn't gonna work.
No.
Did she even have a level 2? I don't know. I didn't see if
she
it
did
was
not.
built.
She did not. So
she did not. Okay.
No matter what you do, even if it's a meaty, Marisa can't take it because it's not that she has invincibility. She has armor.
Right. Yeah, so even if it wasn't a projectile, she wasn't going to be able to go through that. Ow, and there we go.
Yeah, I think the only time she has invincible is during the screen freeze, right? It's only on the first frame she has invincibility. From the rest on out, she just has armor.
Yep. Oh, ow, armor break. Oh, no, actually, that was drive rush, not drive impact.
Well, I think there might have been a little bit of movement as a defensive option from 801, hence why Jace actually got that Dragon Lash Super. Big rebuttal
going with that. He had plenty of overdrive meters, so well, there it is now. He spent it here in the burnout situation. Yeah, whoa, that was so smart. We just saw him from so far away. You're like, he can't chip me from there. And then all of a sudden, Ken just runs on in.
Classic. That's so funny. Every driver, let's get it. It's such a good line.
They did such a good job with the voices in this game. Chase the ace, match point. Oh, what a whip punish!
Oh, that was a cool
that was sick. I don't think he meant to jump back. That might have been an execution error, but he's got the burnout over here. How much damage can he do off of this? Can he kill? I mean, it is Moriza, so it's like...
Oh no, you're 1 mix away from dying. Overhead? Yep. Oh, but it's still plus enough! It's plus enough! He's hella dead. Oh no!
He built the level 3 on that lap. Oh.
How did he know? Jace the Ace, you genius. How did you know 801 Strider was gonna go for wake up level 2? Are you kidding me? That was the read of a lifetime. No, okay, maybe not a lifetime, but that was definitely a huge read.
Wow. I mean, it's still one of those ones you put in your highlight reel for sure. Beautifully done. Jace the Ace coming back from, like I said, we haven't seen him playing in such a long time. Awesome to see him coming back and playing here and continuing forward. Unfortunately for Gustavo, that's going to be the end of his road here for week 1 of World Warrior. Again, this is a continuous event where you're going to be building up points, but the most important thing is that, remember, Gustavo just switched to Mariza, and obviously he's put in a lot of work with the character, but he's only going to get stronger with the character. Let's face it. So
no doubt, no doubt. As we see Jace the Ace moving on, let's take a look at the bracket just one more time before we hit you with a bunch of ads. So, Jace the Ace taking it down 3-1 against 801 Strider, and that's all the way across the board, right? Both winners and losers side. It's been very convincing for the man up top. 3-1 for everybody. It's kind of impressive.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh my god. And it's always the top player that won too. And did Renzo really come in here and just talk smack to his buddy Gustavo, dude?
That's just how it goes, man. That's how you know they're best friends. He just said Choke City. He's the mayor. That's just how it goes, man. So it's gonna be in the winners final side. OTF Chris, by the way, we gotta put the respect on Chris T's name. He has a sponsor now. Chris CCH as well. Then Nephew versus PR Balrog. Then down below it, Noah the Prodigy versus Jace the Ace. You guys have been tuning in to Wednesday Night Fights here with the World Warrior Pro Tour, part of the Capcom Pro Tour. And I want to say, in and of itself, the World Warrior is the Pro Tour. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different regions that have their schedule set up, just like you can see above, or pretty much on your screen. Canada West going through theirs as well. Be sure to mark the calendars, all of those dates. Same with the US West. It's been pretty nonstop. At the moment, I actually thought Canada was going to be joining in with the US residents, but they're entirely different in regards to their player base, their player pool. But it's all in line in collaboration with Wednesday Night Fights Level Up, as well as Vancouver Street Battles. You guys love to see this type of unity throughout every single scene too. And everybody that's been throwing it down in the States, I've been watching. It's been super cool to see some of these tournament organizers step up from out of the blue, but also on an intercontinental or international scale, you guys are doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, and so for World Warrior, Canada and US are separate. It's the CPT Online. I think that they are joined together, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I think like Justin Wong will be going up against the Chris CCHs and the JBs and such. So if Justin enters, in any case, so
no doubt. So as it stands right now, again, if you guys want to get into that action, be sure to check it out. I mean, you could also check it out on the Start GG page as to when and where if you wanted to check out the schedule on your own time and also be able to join up in general. But in the meantime, I do believe we have to take a break. Our voices are getting shot a little bit because we've been doing so many different weeklies. In the meantime, get yourself some water, get yourself some snacks. We'll be back with more of the World Warrior here for US West in just a bit. The Wild West is back, and we picked up a critter along the way. Vicious here with James Chen and a very, very special guest. Who is that?
That is Nathan.
Hi,
Nathan is hungry. He's hungry. He wants some food, so he is now just chilling. He's bearing this because he knows he has to go through this in order to get some food, because that is just what happens in the Chen household here. So
Nathan, I get it. Working for the man, it's tough, but at least he treats you right. At least he treats you right. So, man, I can't stop looking at the cat. I didn't think I was gonna be ready for this, but to kind of refresh your memory, production, can we take a look at the bracket just one more time? Boom! We are down to our top 6 now. OTF Christitarian versus Chris CCH, obviously in the winner's side, as we had mentioned it earlier. But we're going to be taking a look at the losers bracket first and foremost, right? We're going to see Nephew versus... No, I'm sorry. We are going to go into winners finals. My bad. But anyways, I forget. I'm old. Is it loser semis?
No, we're
okay.
doing yeah.
Okay.
We should be doing losers first.
My bad. I'm old. I'm getting there. Nephew versus PR Balrog is what you're going to be seeing. And then after that, Noah the Prodigy versus Jace the Ace.
Yeah, again, some good matches coming up here. And you know, starting here with the jury mirror. Yep, there we go.
I didn't expect it to be the jury mirror. I was like, damn, you guys are already writing off JB. Somebody had said, oh, look, jury mirrors. I'm like, oh, wait, no, not yet. Not yet. What do you mean?
Yeah, so I mean, we've got 2 of the jury of our peers over here, 2 out of 12, and so they're going to be going at it to find out who's going to be first jury, I guess, here.
And this is I gotta say, this is also a matchup that Nephew has been really, really keen to. He just faced off against Naji at ICFC yesterday and fell short against that character. So I'd imagine he immediately went to the lab. Actually, no, immediately after he played at ICFC, he went to finish out his run at World Warrior.
That's right. Yeah. Again, it's so crazy I mean, like, obviously the pandemic was hard, and, you know, we lost a lot of locals and everything like that. But now the ability for these players, thanks to good netcode, to play in like 3 online tournaments in one day is insanity, dude.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
No doubt. Sometimes you'll have like what? Yeah, actually, it's like 3 on any given day throughout the week. And there's also like in-person locals starting to sprout up even more and more. So you could even get like your warm-ups in a weekly and then play at your local if you wanted to. But taking a look, Nephew, again, just running them down as we just talk about absolutely nothing in regards to the gameplay. Nephew, I gotta say, super impressive stuff thus far. Keeping Balrog in check. Sorry, PR Balrog and Wardo in check.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, you know what? Nephew probably did go back and watch a little bit of that match, right? And was just like, what did I do wrong? What can I do better? And so maybe it is one of the reasons why he's coming into this a little bit more prepared. That's what these top players are doing, right? A lot of people ask, what's some way to get stronger? Watching your replays is a great way to get stronger. Find out what you're getting hit by, lab those situations, and figure out how to get out of those situations, or figure out why you made the decision that got you killed in the first place.
That's the most impressive thing I find about pro players, is that there's so many what-if scenarios in regards to like how they got hit. Like, what if I did this? What if I did that? There's so many different routes, right? And it seems to me like when you watch that replay, the pro players will grind out every scenario possible based off of that single what if. And it's so impressive to see it because they'll spend like hours on that single scenario so that they never get hit by any of the options ever again. But then you have guys like PL Barrow that kind of break the mold. It's like, you know what? I have so many different options for all of your different options to get this perfect KO. And it's been nothing but offensive onslaught. And Nephew couldn't figure out how to break through it. There was a different look every single time that PR Rock had presented. And that was the fastest rebuttal that I've seen thus far. That's crazy.
One of the coolest things that PR Rog once told me was that the way that he chooses what to do in any mix-up situation is he literally pictures a die in his head and rolls it. And so, like, he assigns the options to, like, numbers, and that way he doesn't have any bias. He just picks a number and then just kind of goes with that option, which is fascinating because you take that human bias element out, you know? And just go with the true random.
And that's fair. Like, you have to still consider what the opponent's going to do, but I think more often than not, the risk behind the reward on an Oki situation, especially in the corner, is always going to be in your favor.
maximize punish here from Nephew. He's like, look, I use jury. I know my level 1 is super negative.
That's so
It's
good.
been really back and forth here, right?
Yeah.
Game 1 was like so Nephew, and then game 2 was all PR Rog. And here we are, game number 3, starting at Nephew again.
Yeah, that was a very aggressive start. He waited forever for the drive rush. Nephew punished him, but PR Rog saying, get off me. OD uppercut in response. Now back to this awkward middle game 2 between the two players here. A little bit of a charge up. PR Rog can't get over the fireball, not like that.
Ooh, nice check. Standing light kick. Oh, that's a little too far. He couldn't get the cross up. That move goes forward. Nice push on the sweep with his own. Sometimes it's hard to react to those sweeps. Oh. Now Nephew here just needs to take one chunk away here, doing a lot of chip damage to PR Rog, but they're both burned out right now. They should both get their meters back at almost exactly the same time, and Nephew is willing to wait it out. Look at this, and he just got it. PR Rog never had the opportunity to get that meter back.
If I'm not mistaken, Nephew, I think he could have gone for like a chip out sequence into level 3, but he wanted to play it safer than that. So that was really great discipline from Nephew. He did have the level 3 pretty much waiting in stock. He had like a little bit left to build. I think a single block swing into a special move canceled into the level 3 would have chipped and killed PR Rog. Either way, I really like the decision making over from Nephew, and also from PR Balrog too. Not afraid to let the OD uppercuts rip.
Yeah, he's been really on point with those. And again, PR Rog, kind of a player who plays by heart, you know, and that's kind of one of the qualities of a Street Fighter 4 player. But Nephew is the one that's at match point. And again, if PR Rog loses this, he's out of the tournament. That's punished.
You notice the decision making behind Nephew's defensive maneuvers, how he would micro step a little bit after the standing medium punch is blocked by Jury, and then gives him a different look entirely with jump medium punch into OD dive kick.
All right, so here we go. PR Rog's got him in the corner. Does that fireball juggle again? Into the level 1. Not gonna quite kill, but gonna be very close here. Just needs one more guess for game, and it was throw. Don't know what number he assigned to throw, but it worked.
So PR Balrog has a 6-sided die. I think Nephew has a 20-sided die when it comes to his like offensive choices. It's been so ambiguous. He's definitely rolled for initiative, and I think he rolled higher than PR Rog by default here in this final round. Potentially the final round. That's going to be a perfect. Yes, sir, Nephew. A critical opening with that critical roll. Nephew taking it down with a perfect.
Definitely rolled a 20 on this round, dude.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
there you
A
go.
natural 20 for sure.
But you know what the best thing is? I guess these players here are following the script here, because we got another 3-1 in the books here. We've only had 3-1s so far here in this tournament.
Oh, man. Production doesn't want you to know these 3 secrets. One of them is that all the games are scripted. 2, James will read anything off of a script. 3, I will read anything off of a match or Reno, just to let you know.
Yes. Have we been getting any donations here? We have 21 codes left. Guys, jump in there, use the match arenas, and I haven't seen any direct contributions yet either. Shout outs to you, Jeremy. Obviously, you've been going around to a bunch of the ICFCs and, you know, donating part of Jabali's money to all the different
I sure have, James. Man, did that feel good. Woo! $50 per ICFC, can opener, and TNS. Felt great to support my fellow players, courtesy of the commentary team. You know what I'm saying?
Nice,
Anyways,
nice.
Sorry.
Good
Sorry
stuff,
about that.
by the way. Good stuff.
Oh, you're goddamn right. It was good stuff. That's for everybody, baby. That was for everybody.
Oh, man. But yeah, we've got 21 codes left in the Matcherino. You see the Matcherino link there in the chat. Shoutouts to Rotary Lover for getting that link out there for you guys. But jump in there, claim the code. We're down to 18 codes. The prize pool is $13. We could definitely get it all the way up there. And as I said, you know, if you guys are enjoying this, and if you donate money directly, you can add a comment to your donation. And I guarantee you that it will be read live on air by Jeremy, no matter what you said. No, I was kidding.
You know, possibly.
Oh, man. I mean, honestly, I'll read it. I'll read whatever donation comes in there, dude. I'll do it. Even if it is from a username like Balls Deep, we'll definitely do it. So.
You know, I'm not gonna say anything about that one, but I do love the emote they put down. That was pretty good, actually. I love that. I love that. All right, so taking a look at it right now. Again, Nephew taking down PR Balrog 3-1. Now it's gonna be Noah the Prodigy versus Jace the Ace. Oh, the battle of the youngins. I think. I feel like I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel like their age difference isn't too far apart, but that could just be me being very ignorant. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, both of them are young kids who really came out swinging at a very, very early age, right? Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Noah, I got to imagine is still younger than Jace, because he was super young when he showed up during Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So technically speaking, Jace is like the older veteran here going up against Noah the Prodigy.
Oh boy. So we've seen how fast Noah the Prodigy can really play, and we also have seen him play against Christatarians, Ken. So we're gonna see if he's made those kind of adjustments against someone who's a little bit more meticulous. Jace the Ace, or so I say right now. Again, that roundhouse. Damn! Fierce to face again?
Yeah, he had the perfect parry, and then that. And now here comes the corner pressure. And you can see right now, Noah the Prodigy really uses the drive parry very aggressively as well. So going for throws against him might be a valuable thing, but here comes Noah, and look like that, just like that, ties up the life, but what a DP from Crouch.
Interruption against the drive rush, that was so smart. Jace the Ace.
Level 2 is yours. Oh yeah, that's dead. That's gotta be dead, right? Oh my god, it's not. Oh, he tried to kill the shimmy. He actually tried to catch the shimmy from Noah, who did shimmy, but then crouched almost instantaneously.
Yeah, that beast mode baby catches me by surprise every single time. And on an audio level, that is for sure. That's why I have it turned down significantly. All right. And I love the crosscut from Jace, or sorry, from Noah the Prodigy. Back throw into the corner, but he's still in a burnout situation. Oh, boy.
Yeah, again, I mean, like I said, Noah loves... Oh, yes, here we go, block string sequences. If you don't have a pressure sequence on a burnout character, if you don't know what you want to do against a burnout character, go learn something, because it is one of the most valuable things to learn in this game.
Oh, that's unfortunate! That's so tough too. Coming from a crouching position, too, when you're trying to like cross-cut DP, if you're doing it from like a crouching position, it's not much harder. I think that's technically the autocorrect version of like trying to catch DP on the other side. But if you were to actually cross-cut, you'd have to move forward.
Good tech, but again, Noah's so good at just checking with that standing light punch. He connects that so well. And here we go. Corner, try to get a shimmy, and Jace just flinched. That's 2 for flinching right there. Noah get 1 game and 1 round up now. I thought he was gonna go for that cross up Tatsu plus on block scenario again.
Oh, the backdash! What a read against the throw, and I love those kind of reads. But no, you hate to see those kind of drops too. Noah the Prodigy, after the OD flash knuckle, went for an uppercut and just dropped it.
It's just one of those I'm a genius, oh no situations. You did like the great thing. Oh, what a DP again. The only way you can avoid those is your own level 3. Or you DI, right? And you could absorb some of those hits. You could actually beat Ken with a DI, but you have to drive rush cancel the DI so fast. It's a prediction. You can't react. But that's a good way to stop drive rush cancels, unless they do true block strings, I should say, as well.
He did it again, by the way. Jace the Ace interrupting the drive rush. He didn't have enough. Maybe he didn't want to risk it.
Right. Oh, but too far away. And now they're both burned out here. This is a dangerous situation for Jace the Ace.
Jace the Ace with the autocorrect level 3? You are actually the sickest.
No.
Don't run up. Don't run up. Oh, he was going to run up. Noah the Prodigy wasn't ready for the reaction. And to be fair, Jace the Ace, he made it very difficult to tell when it was coming.
Yeah, he didn't do a true medium. What I like to call the syncopation, where you kind of do it off beat a little bit and catches them unawares.
That was so sick.
That's so fast.
I can't believe he got the autocorrect level 8.
I'm trying to figure out if he did that on purpose or not, but I'll give him the credit for it. So
No, we're giving it to him.
look at that. Look at that. All right, back into the corner.
Oh, try to push forward. Try to push again, but
Trying to
still
bait something
from
out.
Chase. Yeah.
Oh, now the gas. What a tech. So dangerous, the tech in that situation. Got the hit, but again, a little bit too far away. That was Drive Rush Light Punch. He probably could have linked into something else, but he's going to get the kill here despite it anyway. There we go, the level 1. Take first round.
Worth every Jace the Ace coming out strong in the tiebreaker thus far, 1-1. Now it's going to be up to Noah the Prodigy. Now I do like. Oh, that was a perfectly timed throw against the perfect parry. I gotta say, man, Noah the Prodigy does a really great job of filling out some of these stand jabs in some of the spaces where Jace wants to counter poke. And you notice Jace has been a little bit reluctant in trying to counter poke. He's looking more so for the whiff punish game rather than kind of like against strongs or even preemptive forwards. He doesn't want to get caught in the lights. And now it's Noah the Prodigy kind of taking keen to that. Yeah, that's not a true block string, by the way. The forward fierce into the forward fierce.
Oh, trade. But, I mean, you talked about him checking with that light punch. Wonder if that's something that Jace the Ace is going to have to try to look to whiff punish now. But, I mean, it reaches so much farther than you think it does, I swear.
Yeah. I think everybody could agree to that. It just covers so much space. I think that's what makes it such an important tool, right? I think he's gotten so much mileage off of doing stand jabs, counter hit into like a full sequence. So.
Oh, yeah, there it is again. Says that's not a true block string. So I'm going to just bust right through there. Parry after that whiff. Here we go. Oh, wow, he's spending it. Okay. He wants the big lead. He also wants to gain some of that drive rate gauge back. Also take away Noah's here. Noah's on the verge of burnout here. So this is kind of a scary situation. Oh, yeah, that's why. Oh, can he finish the job? And he does.
Jeez, he's so optimal, dude. Who is this man? Jace the Ace? How did this young man turn into a full-grown adult from like one series into the next?
Oh no, he missed the stand light punch.
Babyface arcade infinity coin slinging Sea Viper player that we used to know.
Yeah, I mean, every time he got on stream and I was commentating his match, like I would say his age, but I'd make him younger and younger every time. I don't think I can do that anymore. He's like legit, like he's veteran status here in the FGC. Oh. But Noah the Prodigy. Jace the Ace, Noah the Prodigy. We've got an Ace versus a Prodigy here.
Yeah. Somebody had mentioned it in chat earlier. We have the battle of the two prodigies in their current or in their respective eras, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Jace the Ace used to play with Vic the Slick a lot of the time too.
I saw him at Evo as well.
Oh really?
Yeah, I ran into him as we were walking back from the ballroom.
Dang, okay, nice. I mean, they were the two players that at Wednesday Night Fights, as Jace the Ace gets to match point. When we were at Shiggle BMX, actually, when we were at Shiggle BMX's garage, those two added their ages together and I was still older than them and I wanted to go and wither in the corner and die.
I get it. Big interruption there from Noah. And he's going to spend it now, too, into the level 3. Need a significant amount of damage with a quick tour to Memphis.
Oh my goodness. We got a nice little copy pasta in here. I think we gotta take care of that.
Of course. The classic.
Oh, the autocorrect, nice.
Carry as well. Jace going for the low. Noah the Prodigy pretty much stuck in between a rock and a hard place. There it is. Side switch. No, he's just gonna go for the round or the heavy flash knuckle. Could have gone for the Mena RD side switch if he wanted to.
Oh, clip
Oh, it's our turn in the queue. Let's go. We're playing now. That's what I'm talking about. We get to play. Let's go. Yes. Yes.
Right, here we go, dude.
Awesome.
Let's go. I've got it. I'm all ready to go. Here we go. All right. Do this. Let's do this.
I don't know what just happened, but it's apparently our turn in the queue. I definitely blame I think it was 801 Strider. I don't know who it was. It was definitely one of them. It was definitely one of them. You know what? I'm gonna play James. I got my stick too. I'm always ready. I got my stuff ready too. All right. So we're gonna do this while we wait for the next match. I'm totally kidding. My game's not fired up. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think I'd imagine if I refresh the page here on Start GG. Oh.
Okay. I'm sorry. I totally didn't see those. My bad. Let's do this. All right. Okay. F-Chan has donated, and he says, James Chen, suck my knots, asshole. Please say it live. And then also, we love you, James/Vicious. Please do the SFL Japan commentary. Oh my God. This is from Twitch Champ and F Champ. All right, we did say we'd have a little ability for
Champ
manual editing over here.
Ryan, you're godlike, by the way. You're actually godlike. You spitting right now. It's crazy.
And then also, Frank Say No says, if we all donate $1, the prize pool would blow up. Shout outs to F Champ. And you know what was cool? I remember we were doing ICFC Asia, and there was another Dawson player from the Philippines in there, and he was part of the FGTV Live Club.
Yep.
Yeah,
we were just talking about that the other day.
Yeah, shout outs to F Champ. They're breeding the next generation of Dawson players. So good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, I was looking at a bunch of the replays, and also obviously like plenty of streams too. It's funny that you make Dalsum look so fun. Then he switched over to Zangief, and he's also having the time of his life. I don't know if you happen to catch F-Champ's latest streams. He is making people like rage quit with these characters. It's kind of funny.
Oh dang!
It's kind of
okay. Yeah, I'm looking for a man to hug and kiss.
What? What?
Can someone check in the bathroom for a huge ass?
You know. Sometimes, James, I feel like I shouldn't even be here sometimes, man. That's all you. That's definitely all you, brother.
Shout outs to Mo.
Shout outs to Mo's Tavern. The fact that he still has a landline is amazing after all these years. Mo's Tavern having a landline, pretty good. Pretty good.
Man. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. Hope you guys are all having a good time. And yeah, we've gotten through all of the codes, so thank you guys so much there. We're up to our prize pool of $58.50. So again, if you guys still want to contribute, like Ryan, as you saw, that I can read a chunk of the comments, maybe not the whole entire thing. But I will do my best, okay?
He had me in the first half, not gonna lie. I was like, oh yeah, you're spitting. When he's like, have James and Vicious do Street Fighter League commentary, I'm like, oh snap. Then I was like, the rest of it, I'm like, that's all you, brother. That's all you, James.
Like, oh, I see. So he had the troll comment, then he had the, you know, the love supportive comment, and I got to the second half, and I was like, oh yeah, okay.
Got me. He got me in the first half, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Anyways, next match. I think we're coming up here. Are we doing winners finals at this point?
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it should be Chris T versus Chris CCH. That's queued up and ready to go. And as we had mentioned earlier, everybody that's been part of the match arena, first and foremost, we appreciate you guys donating as if and when you can, but also hitting the contribute button anytime that there's a match arena involved for the FGC. It's always appreciated. So thank you guys. Coming through now. Winners finals. Chris T versus Chris CCH.
Should we just say T and CCH? You know, I swear that's
probably, yeah.
If we say Chris, I feel like we'll accidentally get them all confused. Well, Chris is doing a good job here. Nice punch by Chris. Good block by Chris. And now Chris is approaching. There we go, the punch from Chris. But Chris is playing good defense.
I hate you so much, James. Like, you actually threw me off so bad.
It's Chris Ken mirror, dude. It really is, dude. This is about as mirror as you can possibly ask for.
I never thought about it. I'd imagine I would have seen Chris CCH go for like the JP instead of the mirror match, but I also like this as a test of his strength in comparison. So Chris T, the big trade-off. The whiff punish is there too.
I gotta say though, Chris, like, for a joystick user, his adaptation to the reactions of drive impact are, God, I'm jealous. Let's just put it that way. Ooh, made it out. Oh no, that's gonna be a punish. So now Chris T catches with that meaty drive rush heavy punch. And now the low into the level 3. Chris T, this will either, is this gonna kill? Okay,
Yeah.
it's dead, it's dead.
Yeah, not too much life left in the tank, and I do like Chris Tarian going for like the OD fireball as well. I don't know if it would have made like a huge difference in terms of how much life would have been taken out, but if you're gonna scale, make it hurt prior to the actual scaling involved, right?
Right. Get as many hits before you activate level 3, because level 3 can't scale down below 50. So if your combo is already scaled past that, everything you do is extra damage. Back to this footsie game, but Chris T right now is showing, he's like, yo, I'm a veteran here. I was raised by Vae and John Choi here on footsies here. You can't get me. Ooh, good interrupt.
Yeah, but Chris CCH is not going to take it lying down. He's going to pick and choose his moments to kind of take advantage of what Chris T is trying to do in neutral. I love that check to right back CCH.
Nice. Try to bait something out from Chris T. Then you see Chris CCH being very patient, maybe tentative, I'm not sure. Oh, finally tried to touch a button and then just got caught. Oh. Someone said to me, every mirror match is a 6-4 matchup out there. And I said, that's actually false. Cammy's is actually 8-2. So, oh, here we go. Gonna spend a big chunk of bar. One more, actually the throw, and now you gotta watch out for the drive impact. No, but he knows that Chris is probably pumping. Oh, no! Out of correct, otherwise that would have killed him. Okay, just goes for the chip. Okay.
I'm actually very surprised with the first part of the OD Shoryuken hit Chris Tarian in the very last second. I wonder if like the second part of it would have been enough, like wouldn't have been enough to chip out. That would have been super scary for CCH.
Ooh, great counter poke. Now here we go to the corner. Trap, nice tech off of the throw loop. That's the heavy Jinrai. Just tried to burn him out and he didn't get it. But then Chris CCH got the counter hit on the low, was able to combo after that.
Huh. Okay, so level 3 is fine, right? You're gonna get the life lead now. You build up all of your drive gauge while chunking out some of Chris T's. What do you do afterwards, though, is the problem. Are you gonna drive rush? No, he's gonna walk it out. I like that. You're now forcing Chris Tarian to be on the offensive, too.
Oh, got him, and he's got a lot of drive gauge here. How much does he spend? No more. He's saving a lot of that. Try to go for an empty jump into throw. No drive cancel from Chris. He didn't want to burn himself out off of that crouching medium kick.
Oh, that was so slick! So, Jinrai to finish it out. Chris Tarian doing a wise job of kind of walking into the normal ranges of Chris Tarian. Sorry, of Chris CCH. I did it just now. He's walking into the ranges of low forward and intentionally like walking and blocking so that Chris CCH gets caught trying to buffer, which is exactly what had happened in what resulted to the big punish.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you punish with OSs. When you throw the buttons outside of range, you just walk just in the range and block at the last second. Very hard to do. Oh, what a backdash! Oh my god, that is some bravery right there. And just like that, he has the corner position and in kind of in an advantageous situation. Chris T about to get burned out. He's not gonna jump over that fireball in time. Oh, Chrissy's is trying to burn out Chris T so badly, but that's not happening. Chris T burns himself out. Doesn't matter. He gets the hit, and he's going to go up 2-0.
Damn, that was impressive too. Another Super Art level 2 finish from Christopher Tatarian. Seems to be outclassing Chris CCH, but not by a huge margin. Right there, yeah, he's just the awareness and the reactions on top of that. Chris CCH being a little bit flustered going into a sequence into the uppercut. Here we go, we get a back. No, we're not going to get a back throw. Instead, we're going to get the Dragon Lash expansion. Yes, sir, for the side
makes
switch.
sense.
I can appreciate that too, right? Trying to get as much damage as you can, and you're still going to benefit off getting the side switch.
I like that drive reversal. That was nice. Keeps the position. Again, he is just trying to stay as aggressive as possible, but Chris T finds his way out, tries to get a meat throw. Oh, what a weird change here from Chris CCH. He's just using his meter for only, but Chris T is still gonna get the whip punish. The level 2 is this a kill for sure. It is.
He's so good, James. He's so good. His conversions hurt so much. That is 3 back-to-back rounds that Chris Tatarian had finished it off with SA level 2. He's looking at match point.
You see the perfect parries on the fireball, but then running into a couple right there.
Yeah, he's been doing this too, like these significant change-ups, right? In the first 2 games of this set, he's been playing nothing but footsies and waiting it out. Look at how much more active he is now.
Yeah, and the best thing about it right now is Chris CCH using those drive reversals has burned himself out. So Chris T has been applying all this. He smells blood in the water right now. He is trying to burn Chris CCH out. Oh!
Jab, and that's not gonna be
he
enough.
baited it.
Chris Tatarian, the back throw to finish off Chris CCH, sending him into the loser side. But it's Chris T prevailing as the dominant Ken, at least for this part of the match right now, or this part of the tournament, I should say. But the first one to kind of go off script, Chris Tatarian, the Trailblazer.
Oh, that's right. You're right. 3-0 here instead of the 3-1 onslaught that we've been having here so far. But again, you know, this is one of those things. I mean, I always tell the story that Chris Tatarian told me a long time ago. The reason why I mentioned John Choi's name is because Chris Tatarian, I think, played John Choi in like a 2 out of 3 or something, and he beat John Choi, and he started popping off in Street Fighter 4. And then John was like, all right, let's run a first to 10. And Chris says, I think it was like 10-1 or something, and Choi only did like fireball and sweep and DP. And like, that's all he did. Yeah. And so like Chris Tatarian was like, all right, okay, I gotta step it up here at this point. But
the only John Choi story I have is him not letting me out of his house until he played me in a first to 100, because I was hanging out in NorCal with like a bunch of all of them. But he didn't play me with his Ryu. He played me with Jury and beat the living crap out of me. And I was using Yun.
Wait, which game? Which game?
Street Fighter 4. The only one that the only one that Jury and Yun are in. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
dude, okay, right. Fair,
we played
fair,
a first
fair,
to 100.
Okay.
And I'm like, bro, I'm mentally, I was like so tired. I'm just like, no, man, we gotta run it. First to 100. Sorry,
yeah, see,
man.
Chris T confirms. He says Choi beat me 10-0 using only fireball, low forward, and DP. Dude, that's ridiculous, dude. You remember John Choi beat Daigo, Ryu versus Evil Ryu late in Street Fighter 4 at an Evo one year, and like Choi wasn't even really practicing. He just showed up and threw fireballs and actually beat Daigo, dude.
It's crazy. And even Vaya is coming in. He's like, he could do that with Sagat too, and I believe it. Yeah, very much so similar. Taking a look at the bracket again, we just finished the Clash of Eras again. Chris Tatarian versus Chris CCH. The T prevailed over the 3 letters, 3-0. Now it's Nephew and Jace the Ace that are awaiting their fates to see who faces off against Chris CCH over in the losers finals. We're going to get that part of the bracket updated, but not before we give a big shout out to Level Up Live that have been throwing it down for Wednesday Night Fights here for World Warrior, and appropriately named Wednesday Night Fights because it is indeed on Wednesdays, still staying true to the name, holding up that spot. But for those of you that want to check out the schedule for both Canada and US West, here you go, twitch.tv/Level Up Live. If you haven't followed already, and of course, if you want to take a look at the bracket and to take a closer look at who's been participating, !bracket is where you need to go. But remember, the regional finals for both Canada West and US West, and I guess technically for all of the other World Warrior events, the regional finals are going to be top 8 only. We're seeing who could accumulate the most points for the big finals, but these are the dates for Canada West, November 8th, and then for US West, it's going to be November 15th.
Nice. Again, World Warrior, if you do not qualify through the online CPT, this is one of the other ways you can qualify. Obviously, there's also going to be 2 more offlines, one in Singapore and one in France. So obviously, those are going to be a little bit difficult to get to, but the US Canada West is coming up pretty soon for online CPT as well. So that one's going to be a big one. That one's going to be a tough one.
There's also going to be a big prize pool for the regional finals. That's what I'm talking about. I don't remember what it was like last season, but either way you put it, that's always going to be a positive. So big ups to everybody. Capcom Cup Auto qualifiers can compete in the regional finals too. That's actually kind of busted. I like that.
And win the money. Okay.
I like that a lot. Yeah. So as we get ourselves sorted for the remaining competitors, we're going to take another quick break. You guys not go anywhere because we're going to have plenty more Street Fighter 6 action right after this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to US West #1 here for the World Warrior. I have brought in an expert to ask his opinion on what the stuff is going on here in Street Fighter 6. Nathan, what do you think so far? Nathan is not sure right now. There he goes.
Close
Oh,
enough.
I can't. Trying to get him to meow. Sometimes he does it. but
He'll
he's
like
not
bump
doing
into the
it.
microphone. That's how he feels about it most of the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Hey guys, welcome
Yeah,
back, by the way. We got ourselves still the top 4 to go through. Chris Tarian had just taken down Chris CCH in case you might have missed it in 3-0 fashion. But majority of the matches have been going in ways of 3-1 all the way through. Again, as we mentioned earlier, this is World Warrior for US West that leads up into the big CPT qualification. So with that in mind, Nephew versus Jace the Ace is coming up next. Ken versus Jewelry.
Man, and again, a reminder, this is also, if whoever qualifies for Capcom Cup 10 has a chance to win that $1 million. Significant amount of money there, life-changing money for sure. I mean, imagine already a kid from the Dominican Republic has already won over $500,000 in prize pool, and we're gonna double that for somebody this year.
And then you had somebody from Japan win just 100K shy of that a couple of weekends ago. And that was in a single week. that wasn't like overtime. That was just straight up in a single week. That's kind of wild.
Right,
but
exactly.
The possibilities, right?
It's a good time to be a fan of fighting games, man. It's a really good time.
Yeah, whether you're competing, whether you're watching, either way you spin it, it's always going to be a good time because right now it's going to be, the clash of two of the best that we could ask for in the US West. And I love that punish counter against the fireball from JCA. So smart. And that's a classic one too.
Heck.
Forward throw.
And I know a lot of, I'm gonna say this and people in the chat are gonna groan here, but obviously if Jace takes this, top 3 is Ken. Top 3 will be all Ken. So Nephew right now, the only hope right now of trying to take some Kens out here.
Forward is there, and yeah, Jace the Ace finishing it up. No slops here. Getting the first round of game 1. Now I gotta say too, thinking about it, Jace the Ace's approach has been a little bit more mild in comparison to how he's been in the other matches that he's played against like Noah, against Fadeaway Strider. I think he's looking for the big opener against like the fireball, preventing Nephew from even like charging up as well, still within that space to punish. And now that he's in the corner, that's when he really turns it up, as any real player should, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you kind of have to approach Jury just a little bit different because this character is she's so fast, and you want to see what the Jury player is going to bring to the table. But is this going to kill? Is this going to be enough? Not quite. Just shy. I'm sorry.
Damn. Okay, so as powerful as this is, what it's like 45%, is it going to be enough for Nephew to make this comeback? Right, he needs a couple of more touches, right?
Oh, well, blocking the dragon. Oh, he went for it. He just kind of bet it all at that point with the EX, trying to get the knockdown and start the pressure going, but not gonna happen here. So Jace the Ace, game number 1.
Oh. Now you're starting to see a little bit of a switch up. JC Ace, the one throwing a lot more projectiles just based off of this in comparison to the last round. That's already huge, but Nephew finding his way through past the obstacles either way. Get the throw loops and blocking the OD uppercut, knowing full well what JC Ace wants to do, but not a second time. No one ever expects the second one.
The classic. Dude, I do that so much. If you ever fight me and you block my EXDP, fake the second one, dude. I am so stuck. And there it is, Nephew being stubborn as well, not to go down without a fight here. Takes round 1 of game number 2.
I'd imagine there's going to be another sequence where JC Ace pulls out a double OD Shoryuken again, and Nephew's still going to fall for it. But we'll see if that situation ever comes out. JC the Ace, the one already applying the offense. Punish counter.
Time. Ow! And gets the... goes for the safe jump setup, but then goes for the empty low. Nice block by Nephew.
Really impressive sequence from both offensively and defensively. That was Nephew trying to bait out something. Yeah, it was drive, rush, jab. Looking for any sort of movement from Jace. And he's not giving it to him. He's waiting. He's totally ready to wait this out a little bit.
Oh, man, he just drive rushes in with the overhead. And what a tech. Actually, it was Nephew who tech.
That's it. More than enough if you actually go to the level 3.
Yeah, I think they both tried to couch medium kick each other at the same time, but Jace the Ace just happened to pull the trigger just a little earlier, and he's got the 7-frame crouch medium kick.
That's fair. Yeah.
Back to this pressure. Oh, Dragon lashes in, but too far to throw after that single light punch.
Actually, I was taking a look at it. I was like, wait, who's got the crouching medium kick at 7? It was Ken. I was like, yeah, dude, that's actually a lot better than most of the crouching medium kicks out there.
I think most of them are 8 frames, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
I think majority of them.
Yeah, shoutouts to Rage. He was the one that was talking about that a lot at the last CPT. This is definitely gonna kill here. Oh, and Nephew ties it up 1-1.
I love that too, just being able to have that meter left over for the full conversion. I wonder if this is actually going to go to the wire for the first time in all of the matches we've had thus far in this bracket.
That's right. We haven't had a 3-2 yet. And I still love Jury's win pose. It's so disrespectful.
Uploading the entire VOD to YouTube, or at least posting on socials.
After using it as a chair, dude. Also, maybe using Honda as a beanbag, but still, you know what I mean.
That's fair.
Oh, interesting. Another run kick. Don't see that very often. That might have been an execution in there. Oh, drops the combo, but turns it into a throw reset. Oh, that's a punish. He didn't punish it in time. He got too greedy with the crouch heavy punch.
No. Just the deterrence of standing heavy punch. Forcing JCAs to kick back a little bit. No pun intended. That was a big buffer from Nephew too.
Look how fast she dashes, and she's right in there. Oh, good block. But then you tried to poke, and Nephew's gonna make the comeback that round.
Dang, I was caught up looking at all the crouching medium kicks on the frame data. Rashid also has a crouching medium kick that's 7 frames. It's kind of cool.
Okay. Someone says in the chat, Chad mode says that Jamie does
has
as well.
one.
So.
Yeah.
And Chun-Li.
That's pretty cool. Very, very cool. Oh.
That drive rush is just, Jury's drive rush is a crime against humanity. I swear, it's so good.
I've seen worse, you know. I think DJ might be up there, so
yeah.
So
DJ is a felony, and Jury is a crime. I think I say.
Damn. They're both bad in their own ways, for sure.
Oh, Nephew trying to build that meter back. Yeah, as you can see, gets it back at this point. What a perfect parry, and he's going to be able to take him to the corner off of this. No!
Oh, that was intentional. That seemed intent. Oh, no! What was that? No, he had it. After those 2 crouching jabs, I think he was still within range for standing medium punch, but...
Even if he didn't, it should have been just like into a Jinrai, into a level 3. No,
that could have been it. Jace the Ace dropping it. That's got to be a huge mental blow to Jace. I'd imagine as soon as Nephew sees that, he's got to be turning it up, right? He's got to be pretty aggressive. OD Fireball, perhaps? No.
I mean, this is what happens when you get old, right, Jace the Ace? You drop combo. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, man, that's just us.
Yeah, I know.
Was that supposed to be a drive rush off of the crouch jab, perhaps? Because like if you do it, like you can just cancel it. You don't have to do like the forward. You can just press.
Right. The new input. Yeah.
The new input. I'm so curious.
Yeah, we'd have to check the replays to see what the inputs were at that point. But unfortunately, that does put Jace the Ace down here 1-2. So you can see he's trying his best to make up for this here. He's got the burnout. Is he gonna go for a drive in? He knows that Jury is locked and loaded with those level 1s.
You see how much drive gauge? Man, he's so good with the confirms. I was gonna say, Nephew consistently throwing out those standing heavy punches where Jace wants to be. Sure, it doesn't do anything to Jace for his life bar, but it was checking out chunks of drive gauge.
Yeah, the other thing too is that standing Pierce is bufferable for Jury, if I'm not mistaken, right? So every time he throws that out, he's just trying to see if a drive impact would come, and if it did, then he can buffer it to the level 1. Oh,
damn, that conversion was nice. Oh, that was meaty as hell.
Oh,
how did he know? He was ready for it.
Punishes the landing, spends all the meter for the. It's not enough to. Oh, dude, that was
so good, dude. How did he know that Nephew wanted to bust out with jump medium punch to evade the throw possibility? That was so smart from Jace, man.
It's just one of those situations. One of the beautiful things is that, you know, Shimmy has a lot of powers like that, right? If you're Shimmy, it can stop wake up DPs and, you know, call outs like that. Nice use of, and get the oh, whoa, that was weird. Did he whiff the jump Pierce early on purpose like that? And there we go. The stun in the corner, build up one Fuhajin. He'll get a longer combo. Actually, he still has all 3 here. Is he gonna spend all 3 in this corner?
Damn, again, against the drive rush jab, he gets the perfect parry on it. Forward throw, he's still within range to get a loop. Do it again. We gotta see the meaty now. No, I'm lying. Nephew thought the same thing.
Oh, I feel like he actually tried to block and just was too late. Oh,
that had to be DP.
No, he got it. Oh, I thought that was gonna miss.
Man, shut up. He still can't drive. He can't drive impact this, right? Oh, that was the most John Choi thing I've ever seen that we talked about earlier. Jace Ace, back-to-back OD fireballs made it look like super turbo, then the uppercut. That was classic.
And there you go. Just like you said, maybe we'll get our first, you know, game all the way to game 5, and that's exactly what we got.
Damn, he's adopted the name Jace Choi. That's crazy.
Yeah, we call him Jace the Inferno now because that's what Choi was, the Korean Inferno.
Is that what it was? I never knew that.
Yes, we used to call him that. I think that was more just kind of teasing him, but still, he was definitely known as the Korean Inferno. Oh! Not gonna get away with that dive kick. And now you're burned out again. It's dangerous. Oh my god, that's gonna combo. Oh, but it was a different Dragon Lash, I think. I don't think that was a heavy one, so he wasn't gonna be able to combo off that.
Round 2.
I think he was just looking for the pressure and getting a little bit of chip damage as well. But it was very smart. Good recognition from Nephew, knowing full well what Jace's intentions were and busting out the level 1 forward throw now. The big
no.
We haven't seen that look in a long time, James.
Yeah. Oh, tried to punish the landing frames, didn't get it, and now see Jace trying to pressure to the corner. He's got to do some work. He made a comeback before. He went for the drive impact. Not gonna pan out. And there you go. Nephew is going to advance forward and take out one of the 3 Ken here in top 4. And his reward is to go up against another Ken to see how many Kens he can take out. Will this be enough for him to take out all 3 of them?
I was about to say 2 is enough for anybody, really, but Nephew going up against Chris CCH, it has me kind of thinking, right? Taking a look at how they played, this is going to be a run back, by the way. They had played over in semifinals a little bit earlier. Chris CCH took it down over Nephew to kind of bring back the bracket really quick. He took it down 3-1. My question is it going to stick to Ken and keep on trying to make that run against Nephew, or will he actually go for a slight switch up at that with JP if he happens to fall short at any of the games? Like I personally think his Ken's going to be just fine, but Nephew is slowly starting to make those adaptations, right? There's so many different playstyles and different looks that Nephew has to go through, but I honestly think that Nephew might have the right tools necessary to take down Chris CCH in the run back.
Yep. So Nephew right here, I mean, we're all playing rank, right? I mean, I think Nephew is currently definitely in Masters rank right now because he's got through 1 Ken Masters and he's got 2 more Masters to go through at this point. So Chris CCH is dabbling in that JP, but yeah, I don't think he's going to be busting it out here.
He's going for his dissertation again. He's already got his Masters once.
That's right, he did. Nice.
I was gonna say, man, that's all. That was all you. You set it up, and I just slammed it down. But yeah, so as it stands right now, Chris CCH versus Nephew. This is indeed a double jeopardy situation, and for either player, right? They have to. It's gonna be tough for Chris CCH. He has to run it back with Chris T, and if Nephew happens to win, well, guess what? He has to face off against another Ken. That feels great. That feels so good.
Man. I mean, it's just if you can take them all down, if you can take out that whole entire Ken gauntlet, dude, more power to you. I mean, at that point, you know you made it through like the absolute war zone right there. These faces, they make me laugh. I know
It's
we're
still my
already
favorite
like,
part.
dude. Even after like we're at almost 3 months into it, and like it still makes me laugh, dude.
Wow. I'm glad that some players don't like take it too seriously, and they'll still throw out the emotes as a little gesture before the game starts.
Yeah, I still do it every match. I have to, dude. It's so great.
Oh, we got the predictions of Ken or Jury. Very interesting.
Not even a prediction for the players right now. Ow! Jab caught the crouching medium kick.
Yeah, what's the actual question? It is actually going to be like Chrissy. It just says Chrissy CH or Nephew, but it's like it could be who has the better haircut, whose fight stick peripheral is better, or whose fighting game peripheral is better, who's got a nice smile between the two. I don't know, man. That's tough.
Yeah, I know which of these two fighters has the better feature of their costumes.
It's fair. It is fair.
Oh, overhead.
The whiff punish against the fierce. We love to see that too. Punish counter as well, so he gets to set up off of the jump too.
Yeah, so if you said that this was the match in the winner side, this is Nephew's what, 3rd match against Ken at this point already, huh? He's to the corner now. Oh, shimmy into the punish throw, 2,000 damage. That's worth it, man.
Oh, every time.
Got caught, and he's gonna go right into the level 3 here. Chris PCH has no reason to try to save this meter. Spend it, try to get the win, and get the burnout here. Try to take it to a 3rd round. Oh, he went for the whole thing? What? He was so certain that that overhead was gonna connect. He was hoping that it would kill. Oh, and he's got the follow-up kick. Oh, that means he's gonna die for it. And Nephew, game number 1.
Very surprising stuff, actually, from Chris CCH. I didn't think he was gonna fully commit to it. I mean, he might have thought the overhead was coming, like as you mentioned, right? But Nephew, 2 steps ahead. Defense is there. Sending heavy punch, full connection. No, actually, too far to link.
Chris CCH is not approaching. You just see he's trying to see what Nephew's gonna do. But Nephew sneaks in there with that drive rush. That's the scary thing about fighting against juries and DJs. If you're doing nothing, their drive rush is so powerful. Oh!
That gets me so scared, man.
Yeah, I know, right? It's funny because, like, you know, like, you're still looking at the match as a player when you see it. Just walk up, stand strong, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm flinching. I don't even want to try to whip punish that.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Nice meaty with that fireball. And again, that'll be all the level 1 super wake-ups as well. Again, drive rush jab. It's so fast. All right, safe jump set up into the empty throw instead. Ooh, okay. Just wakes up. Hits and there we go. Tried to shimmy, but Nephew being patient and hitting buttons. Oh, and he's still got the feng shui. No, actually, the feng shui engine is gone now.
You love to see that. Punish counter on both ends for fireballs. That's pretty cool.
Okay, here we go. Is he gonna? Oh no, he's not. He's gonna save the level 3 for when it's gonna kill. Or if he can just try to kill without spending any of that meter, that'd be great. But here comes Nephew now.
That's kind of a tough ask considering the current predicament that Chris CCH is in, but now it's a little bit less daunting with Nephew in burnout. Exactly why? Well, Chris CCH, he could get a cancel into anything.
What?
Oh, no.
Oh.
What is that?
execution error from Nephew's side there. I don't know what he tried to do, but it accidentally triggered a backdash. And now Nephew is just looking at his controller right now, probably just going, what the hell just happened?
What was that? I don't know what it was, but it could have just been like Nephew a little bit too eager to punish. I don't know.
I'm not sure what happened there, and he's going to lose that round as a result, but he's trying to make up for it here with this Feng Shui engine. Yeah, he wants to keep this going. Nice block on the overhead. But now, actually, both of them close to being burned out. In fact, Chris CCH is the one that's closer to being burned out. He built up a level 1. Ooh, bust out. But he burned out as a result. The frame trap.
That's kind of wild, man. Even with that vital mistake, Nephew, he turned it on in that last round. What seemed to be like an act of aggression, the Satsui no Nephew had finally taken over.
Oh man. Yeah, so here we go now. Now Chris CCH has to find a way to make it out. Remember, I was talking about how these two kind of like had a pseudo rivalry, and it looked like Chris CCH was gonna, come out on top of that on the winner side, winning that 3-1. But now Nephew threatening even to go possibly 3-0 over Chris CCH here.
Yeah. Oh God. No, that was sneaky. He's taking his turns back.
Yeah. Yeah, he knew if the drive impact, he didn't have enough health to be able to absorb that, so he just went for it. And I think Chris CCH tried to counter it, but he died.
Yeah, that makes sense too. There's only a certain amount of life. It has to be past like the level 1, or sorry, the first round marker on the life bar. If it's past that, then you're going to be able to survive.
Gotcha.
Oh. The low forward confirm from Chris CCH.
Into the light Tatsu for the DP follow-up, but then Nephew waking up with the DP. He's at match point. Said to take this 3-0 against Chris CCH. Again, first place I think is 50 points, second is 40, and third is 30 points. So even if Chris CCH loses this, he will have 30 points, but he's like, no, it's not enough. I want more.
It's never enough, right? You want to give yourself as much of an advantage going into the finale of World Warrior, but looking at it right now, Nephew is looking to seal the deal against Chris, despite Chris having the better start up until this point. Classic commentator's curse. We get the low forward, and you know what? I love him dumping out the damage now because he gets himself that drive gauge, burns out some of Chris CCH's, and gets himself overall a nice position here in mid-screen.
Gets the walk-up throw, tries to send out that fireball, and chases right. Even though he blocked the fireball, he still could chase his own fireball. Throw, loops, he did it again, but what a back that. Okay. Oh, wow. All right, Chris CCH, done out the entire level 3. This is going to be a CA right here. And so much damage. And a burned out jury. No, oh no, not quite, not quite.
Not quite, no. That was phenomenal. Nephew making the right read against the Dragon Lash. Sorry, not Dragon Lash. Why did I say that? Why? I don't even know why I said it the wrong way. When it is the Dragon Lash, my bad. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm going crazy. But yeah, using the DI against the Dragon Lash appropriately with the read, that's one of the better counters that you could have. The more proper counters that you could have against Ken. Like, sure, you could like try to parry it or try to interrupt it on the way through, but why do all of that when you could drive impact that for a huge punish, right?
Yeah, and if you do the dragon impact, the drive impact too late, we can't talk right now, Jerry.
We get hired to do this? It's crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? No, but if you do the drive impact too late, Ken can recover in time. But I mean, you have to do it super late in order for Ken to be able to drive impact back. And it's just hard because Ken's Dragon Lash is so hard to see coming, right? Because the startup is so subtle. It's like, I swear I can't see it half the time.
At lower levels, I kind of look for the character's movement first to see whether or not they're buffering it. Like if I see forward or down, I'll expect either Fireball or Dragon Lash to come out. So I'm always ready to have like my hand over I almost did the same thing you did for Drive Impact. Damn it, James! All right, so
look, Napalm says Dragon Impact sounds kind of sick. Doesn't that exist in like Dragon Ball Fighters already? Like I feel like that's a DBFZ move, right?
Perhaps, but I don't even know. What I do know is that Nephew will be rewarded with another Ken. If you guys want to take a look at the bracket and take a look at the current journey of young Nephew, taking it down over Chris CCH. Very interesting that it had transpired in the way that it did, because we talked about it before the matchup started. Chris CCH had actually put Nephew down into losers bracket, and initially in their first encounter, 3-1. Nephew making the full comeback. I had to ask, man, if Chris CCH brought out the JP, would it have been a little bit different?
I'm not sure, but shout outs to Chris CCH and his audience over here. Thank you guys thank you Chris CCH for the raid here at Level Up Live, and great job for your run. You did get 30 points, and I do think he also leaves with some money as well. So once again, shout outs to Chris CCH. I'm sure he'll be back for the next World Warriors here for US West.
No doubt. And speaking of prize pool for the players, let's take a look at the match arena and see where we're currently at, right? You guys have been doing a great job of claiming all those codes. All right. That's what I'm talking about. We could leave it just as is if you guys wanted to, as there are 0 codes left to claim. But taking a look, of course, James, one of us has to read it. You know, you've done a lot of reading already. This is coming in from, I think it says Row on here. There it is. Rotary Lover 89, 69 every time, at least lol. Remember, I'm just reading it. All right. I'm just reading it as I see it. I'm doing the service for those that contribute. This is a nice number to end it on, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. And I think, let me see. Okay, they don't have the breakdown here for the prize pool just yet. So, but again, I'm sure it'll spread through a bunch of the players here. So again, nice little extra change that they can get to, DoorDash some food. And oh wait, is the breakdown there or? Any case, okay, we do not have the breakdown. But oh, I'm sorry. Actually, third place gets 35 points. So Chris CCH is going to take 35 points out of this. Fourth place gets 30 points. So I actually really like this because they made sure that the numbers weren't so far apart that if you win one, you're like safe just to not even enter. Like this will truly reward the most consistent player throughout all of the weeks of World Warrior for each region.
And usually when it comes to finding the Matcherino, you could do so yourself, just ! Matcherino to support the players. And taking a look at the leaderboard, these are the list of players that have fallen already. Got JB at the bottom with 20 points. Now, yes, tied for 7th, I believe. But also what's really cool about that is the cutoff is not just at 8th place, right? You still have tied for 9th and also tied for 13th that get 15 and 10 points respectively. Ooh. So there is still a chance, right, to get some of those points despite not being in the top 8. But this is what the current leaderboard looks like. We had just seen Chris CCH fall against Nephew, but he's rewarded 35. Then obviously you could go down the line and see the rest of those points.
Yep. All right, so now we are at a point here where we've got the grand finals all set up, ready to go. Nephew going to losers bracket in that first round there against Chris CCH, making it all the way back around and actually taking out Chris CCH in the run back now to be in grand finals to go up against the other Chris, the other Ken, be going up against Chris T in grand finals. Of course, he has to win 2 sets of 3 out of 5. Obviously got to send him to losers before you can eliminate him. So it's going to be a long road for Nephew, but and Chris T has been looking so strong here.
Yeah, no doubt. And we're going to see how strong he actually is in the grand finals. When we take a quick break, we'll be back with more of that action here in the grand finals right after this. just in time for our grand finals here. It's going to be Chris Satarian going up against Nephew. That's right, another Ken versus Jury matchup. Hey, and I'll take that any day of the week over Ken versus JP. That is for sure. But no slander against any other characters. Overall, it's been a very, very exciting time and also fun time overall to be a fighting game fan because of the fact that we get such high octane and high level matches every single week so consistently.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of that credit does go to just the proliferation of amazing netcode throughout all of the fighting games that we've been playing because, I mean, just having this great netcode for Street Fighter 6 has allowed people to practice. And one of the weaknesses of the US scene has always been that our best players are spread throughout the country, right? It's really hard to get them to practice against each other, but good netcode has made it so that these top players are practicing against each other like constantly.
No doubt. Yeah, and that's one of the coolest things about it too. You see a bunch of people kind of getting together. You could also do the same over on the Level Up Live Discord, if I'm not mistaken, to kind of ask for games, ask for sets amongst other players that tune into this very stream, amongst everybody else in the chat too. So if they're not busy, of course, I see you, Raccoon. That was my bad. So yeah, Christitarian, Nephew, both very much so acclimated to the realm of online events, including WNF. So we're taking a look at this right now. Again, not the first time they've run into each other in a grand final scenario, but this one is just as important as the last. Here we go, game one.
Yep. All right, and it looks like right now Nephew with a great start, and that perfect parry is gonna keep it going over here. As you can see, already half life off of Chris T, not letting him out of the corner at all. Goes for a late overhead. That wasn't even like a real meaty. That was like a delayed hit, and it worked.
What? Jesus Christ! Nephew, OD uppercut, going past the fireball. That's shades of Street Fighter 5. Heavy DP and vulnerability to projectiles. Pretty damn good.
That looked like Season 1 Shanghai Cammy. Going through those fireballs, you know? Oh boy. Oh, another wake-up DP from Chris T. He's gonna get some good damage here off of that crouching medium kick and corner carry as well. It's one of Ken's strength is that massive corner carry that he gets.
And it's so intense too in regards to the spacing that Chris T is kind of presenting towards Nephew. He doesn't even want to give him space. Exactly why you will get whiff punished if Chris T is expecting it. Coming at you.
Oh. That is going to be a huge chunk of damage. Is this good? Oh, that's dead. That's
100% death. Yeah.
I was about to ask and I looked at it, I was like, no, never mind. I'm just not even going to ask.
You almost did. I think that was in-game James, is what you should say. Every single time. The low forward clipping the toes against Nephew. Man, that was so good on the spacing. Forward throw. Here's the pressure situation. Yeah, what do you do after all of this? There's so many different looks to block, and Nephew can't seem to block all of them in time. Oh, reversal level 3. I appreciate that.
It worked. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes the worst strategies could become the best strategies. Wake up level 3. Let's go. Chases down the jump back. And now look at this. Because of that wake up level 3, he had the burnout. And now Nephew is going to trade off of that. No, that's not going to work because of the meaty fireball. Nephew, beautiful wake up level 3.
Nephew was playing absolutely different despite being clobbered in the corner so early on in that round, still managing to salvage based off of that super art level 3 was everything for Nephew. Getting himself out of the corner with the dive kick, very smart. But again, the whip punish is there off of the standing heavy punch from Chris.
If he make it through this giant gauntlet of Ken's, he's off to a good start. But like I said, he still needs to win 2 sets, and Chris T coming swinging out of the gate this time here. No level 3s to save Nephew this time. Oh no, you stood up and got hit low. And then the shimmy punishing the crouch light punch. Chris T asserting himself that first round.
Nephew taking the page out of Chris T's opener. I'm liking this from Nephew, just backing away once it's not his turn anymore. No, he tried to, I'd imagine he tried to uppercut, but just delayed it a little bit too much, considering it was a jump heavy punch from Chris Tatarian. Very sneaky, yes sir.
Yep, there's the I'm gonna punish the throw attempt strategy right there. And he's gonna go into the level 2, the feng shui engine to set up. Oh no, he doesn't go for the safe jump. Actually, he just goes for the meaty throw instead. What a perfect parry. Chris is gonna go into the dragon lash, the side switch. However, and yeah, that feng shui engine is now gone.
I'm thinking to myself, if Chris T had gone into the level 3, it doesn't really matter anymore.
Oh,
Once he gets that
yeah.
confirmed, it's nothing but damage. Chris Tatarian firing back into the tie, 1-1. I was gonna say earlier, you know, if Chris Tatarian had spent that level 3 a little bit earlier against the sequence of Nephew, it would have taken out the feng shui. It would have put Nephew in burnout, if not close to. Or I guess close to, if not in burnout, excuse me. Strike that, reverse it. But yeah, Chris Tatarian, either way, getting it when it kills.
And there you go, the classic, just jumping over the fireball. Getting big damage off of that. That's always the weakness. Oh my gosh, they were both too far away for the throw. Punish counter, gets the crumple, the level 1 combo, and here we go. Nephew's almost burned out, but if he can find, oh, he went for the throw, and Chris goes for the ODDP.
Oh, that was unfortunate. Nephew just got clipped. He tried to low forward, expecting Chris Tatarian to move forward, but not via the Dragon Lash. It doesn't matter. Nephew getting the big confirm. Drive rush into the crouching heavy punch.
Yeah, that crouching medium kick of Jury's. Again, slightly longer range than most of the quote classic crouching medium kicks in this game. So it can definitely catch you at ranges that you just feel like you're safe.
There it is. Yeah, waiting for the Dragon Lash again. Gets the drive impact. Forward throw. Nephew trying to close the gap. Has to drive rush forward. The big break from Chris Tatarian. It's so interesting to see too the kind of approach that Nephew has had against Chris Tatarian. We're gonna get this level 2 in. A lot of corner carry. Damn, a different look again. There's a safe jump now that you were looking for. No back roll from Chris Tatarian earlier. He still pressed the button on that.
Burnout, and he's gonna go for it because he has to. No reason to try to save this meter at all. This is gonna do so much damage, and the burnout is still there, and there is no meter for the escape from the drive impact. Oh, what do you do? I don't think that there was anything Nephew could have did in that situation.
There's nothing.
Oh, God. Why does that look like it hurts so much? Oh, wow, what a check. My Nephew just going with that standing light punch.
Oh. Starting to see Chris Tatarian kind of tease the idea that he's going to go for something. Throwing out some of the lights to bait some of the reactions from Nephew. You saw him try to potentially whiff punish earlier. That was in a couple of instances earlier, but now it's Chris Tatarian. He's looking for a lot more from Nephew.
Oh, the autocorrect. And now tried to shoot. Oh, he got him with the shimmy. Nice, 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 nice.
I don't know if there was enough time, now I'm thinking about it, in regards to like that checkmate scenario, because if it's meaty enough, right? Meaty enough and also canceling off of like a heavy normal into DI, there's not a lot that you could do.
Dragon Lash in there and stealing turns with that medium punch instead of the light punch. That medium punch is 5 frames still, so it trades with 4-frame buttons, which means he'll get a cool trade combo off of that. And look at this burnout sequence. Oh, but he lands the cross up. Here we go. Oh!
That's so sick. Oh, I thought it was going to be so much bigger than that, but crouch jab and the standing light kick, that's totally fine for Chris Tatarian. Push forward, the counter is there.
Oh, man, just close enough. So here's going to be some good damage, but he's going to get his meter back as a result. Oh my gosh, he took a walk in the park and got the throw anyway. Nephew with the forward dash in the corner. No fear, and it's going to pay off here. That's a trade throw. Oh my God. Oh,
He went for it. He went for it. Chris Tatarian putting it all on the line. to be fair, he does have a significant lead, right? He does have a 2-game-to-1 advantage, but also just being in the winner side of Grand Finals, he has a whole nother set to play, so I don't blame him for doing that.
Right. And you also probably felt like Nephew was like, this is my time, I need to win. And so you're hoping he's going to be a little extra aggressive.
That's fair, yeah.
Oh, he was pumping for something. I saw that pumping. I think he was going to try to level 3-4, but a whip punish on the crouching medium kick into the level 3. He wants to burn Nephew out.
And it's a good position to do so because you do have the life lead, you do have the burnout, and also the positional advantage. But more so, what's really important, he gets to build all his meter back. Unless Nephew decides to do this instead, confirming into the level 3 of his own. Now, Christarian not going to be in burnout, but pretty much equalizes. No, now he has the life advantage for sure.
And yeah, oh yeah, I love the Dragon Lash over the Fireball. That jump back is gonna connect, punish the Dragon Lash, and the crouching medium kick still gonna reach. Nephew ties it up at 2-2, so we are either at tournament game or reset game.
Let's go. More games to put to the fire between Chris T and Nephew. I'm loving the rebuttal that Nephew's bringing to the table. Christarian with a couple of mishaps early on in this set, but now let's see if he can bring it to a closure.
Yeah, but the pressure from Nephew causing Chris T to be burned out. He did not react in time with a DP or something to try to bust out with the 3 hits, but the wake up super from Chris finds its mark, but he's still burned out. Nice.
Oh, overhead.
Oh, just in time. He was like pixels away from actually recovering from burnout. Nephew catching him. The very, very end, the level 1 is gonna kill, and Nephew is at reset point.
Jogging up forward. Does get the drive rush. Nephew, man, firing on all the cylinders, looking to close it out, or at least get the reset, I should say. Same side! Christarian wasn't ready. To be fair, none of us were ready for Jerry to stay on the same side.
Oh, there it is again, the check on the drive cancel. Ooh. Able to block in time. Wow, he hits it out of the air, and that's gonna combo because it was a knockdown. It's enough to kill, and we have reset Grand Finals.
Absolutely no Nephew. He is so aggressive in that final round. That's crazy, bro. That's actually crazy. Dark Neff has been activated, and he is gunning for Christarian's head. That's nuts, dude. He was ready for the Dragon Lash. That's man.
And of course, when it hits out of there with the normal, it's still a knockdown because it's in the middle of the Dragon Lash. So I think that's a forced knockdown kind of situation.
It is, yeah. You see it.
Yeah. Kenslayer, yeah, absolutely. He's technically gone through 3 Kens already, right?
What's one more, right? What's
right,
one more?
Exactly. Exactly. He's gone through 3, and he needs to go through 4. Just 2 of them happen to be Chris T back to back. But he's already taken 1 set off of Chris T. Can he do it again?
Oh, that was kind of ambitious from Chris T. It's not something that he normally does, just kind of go for that drive impact from that far away in anticipation of what? Maybe like a fierce from Nephew to extend the hurt box?
Just jumps out of there, gets cross-cut, but at least he's not in the corner anymore. But he still gets burned out. So now he's trying to just build the space. No, too late on that. It's going to be big damage. Look at all that corner carry. Try to do the jump strong off of the throw bait. Chris just going to chip him out with the EXDP. Here we go.
Oh, the low forward is there. Oh, man, that's so far away.
Every time Jury hits with that crouching medium kick, I swear it looks like it just hits so far away. Like, it's not hugely more range than other crouching medium kicks, but it just looks like it.
Oh. That's so dangerous.
Yeah, I know. That jab. So many times. Nice bust through by Chris T. And they had the meaty overhead. Look, again, that 1 hit confirmed.
So good. Such a good look from Nephew. Yeah, stopping the Dragon Lash. I love how he parried just in case it went over.
He's like,
Oh,
oh no,
no.
like both the parry at the last second. He's gonna be able to go through this level 3. This is definitely gonna kill. It's a CA. Sit down, shut up. 1 game to Chris T.
That is easily the most raw level 3 animation or critical art animation to date. Like that, it's crazy. He literally gets like up close in your face, tells you to sit down and shut up while you eat his fist. It's
Right?
so sick.
Like I said, I love the lines that they have in this game. They wrote some great lines for the characters.
So powerful too.
Shout out to Andrew. Ooh.
Yeah, man.
Go. Oh god, came in and checked with the standing medium punch. Nice block on the overhead, and what a counter poke! Suspecting Nephew was only gonna go for 1 light.
You saw the interruption from back to back. Actually, Nephew. Not afraid after that standing light kick.
Oh, actually, it wasn't a punish counter. That's gonna be a combo though. Nephew here. Yeah, he knew Nephew can't counter DI. No, you can't do that. Wait.
Oh, there was just enough life. So
Are you
it's
kidding
literally
me?
right before the first round counter, as it's blank is like the marker. But you are
my
actually
God,
so
I'm a
deceptive,
pussy.
Nephew. That was messed up. That was actually super messed up.
Chris is like, are you serious? I was a pixel off. Nephew activating the level 2, goes for the safe jump, gets the fuzzy guard, and takes that round right out. I mean, just slipped through Chris T's fingers.
That was legit at a pixel for Chris Tatarian. Barely off. That was insane from Nephew too, fighting all the way back.
And I can't believe Nephew went for it. I can't believe he believed that he could survive that. But here comes Chris T coming back this round, spending the level 3 right away here. Get some good damage, drain him down in life, and try to put him at near burnout.
What a check on the dash, Chris Tatarian. 1 throw away, and the drive impact. This time is like, you know what? I'm gonna try that again. I don't care if you drive impact me back. You know what's funny? I think Nephew had the exact same amount of life he did in that previous round. He could have possibly countered it. Possibly.
Right. Nephew now, though, has to capitalize off of that crazy first round comeback win to be able to tie this up 1-1. I mean, here he goes. He's got another setup off of this. What's it going to be? Empty jump into the throw. Come at with the pressure and back to the Feng Shui engine. Still has a lot of that Feng Shui engine running right now. Yeah, Chris T being patient. He's just blocking. Feng Shui engine gone and busting out with the EXDP. Beautiful defense by Chris at the end there. Oh, what a check!
To interrupt too.
Interesting. Too far, but Nephew didn't believe. What a check on the dash!
Nephew's dashed up 2 times over, and Chris Tatarian has stopped it both times up until this point.
But the medium punch check from Nephew and round 1 comeback will not be in vain. Nephew ties it up 1-1. We are down to a 2 out of 3 to find out who takes home the 50 points for the for qualifying for the World Warrior Finals.
This is the sense of the hold, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Tatarian already starting things off pretty aggressively, putting Nephew in the corner. The throw is whiffed as Chris T is backing off. But what happens now? The roundhouse connects, looking for a heavier normal, but it's Nephew with the breakout. Chris Tatarian, he's giving him the space, but he's getting hit all the way out too.
Fixing it with the drive rush. Goes for the Jinrai. Yeah, a counter hit is going to allow him to link off of that. And again, again, what David calls Ken's Honda's headbutt right there. The drive rush, heavy punch, the shimmy, and there we go. Chris T coming back here in game number 3, putting the foot, to the pedal to the metal is what I'm trying to say.
Foot to face style works too. Either way you put it, it's a lot of damage.
Oh, gonna jab out of the jump.
Just shy of the medium punch, man. That was unlucky for Nephew. Oh, the uppercut, very lucky.
Not close enough to the wall yet, but what are you gonna do here? Is he gonna go for, no, he's just gonna go for the level 3. He's gonna try to do as much damage here as possible. Drive impact is still a risk. Nephew has the level 1 ready to go. No. Oh wait, no, he did catch him. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
even if you try to crouch jab that, you're not gonna make it in time.
Yeah.
To block the level in super.
Oh, that almost caught the backdash. What the tech? Oh no, there it is right there. He tried to do a crouching attack, but drive rush into Dragon Lash to beat the crouching medium kick check. Nice.
Look at this from Chris Tatarian. Just one more game away, but I want to see a little bit more from Nephew. No whiff punish against the drive rush, standing heavy punch from Chris Tatarian. Low, trying to check forward afterwards. The sweep is there, the overhead as well. Chris Tatarian throwing Nephew off guard a little bit now. This is where the slugs start hitting the faces of Nephew and Jury.
Yeah, you know everybody here wants to see a game 5 here. Someone in the chat calls it a decider. Is it Tetris fans in the chat over here? Oh, what a check! Oh boy, did you see how far he walked up then the shimmy? And actually he could have just killed with the combo, but he still gets it. And now, tournament point for Chris Tatarian. Again, second place gets 40 points. But this will be a great start for Chris.
I swear, if Nephew had perfect parry that last sequence against the DI and made a comeback, I would have lost.
What a tech! Oh, there we go, the whiff punish from Chris. Side switch into the DP. Pressure with the fireball, and now stuck in the wow! Nephew back-to-back crouch medium kicks, not scared. Good block on the overhead, uses the plus frames to get the throw. Again, the check on the dash, and the level 3. Oh, and the burnout. Here we go. Does he have another crazy comeback in him? He's got the level 2 feng shui, the chase down Dragon Lash. Can't combo off of it.
There's one more sequence. Chris Tatarian, he's gonna be your winner, your first World Warrior champion for US West. 3-1 over the Satsui no Nephew.
And Chris Tatarian, again, who knows what could have been had he made it to Evo in time. Again, you know, the fighting game deities just deemed it not going to happen, but Chris Tatarian off to a great start to make sure that he still gets into Capcom Cup. With this win here, he's gonna get 50 points, and Nephew with the 40 points, and of course 35 points to Chris CCH as well. So good start for all 3 of those guys. And again, this is just first week, man. We've got more time to go.
Yeah, and big ups to everybody that's been a part of it too. Not even just within the top 8, but everybody that was a part of yesterday's fiasco. We had just about 296 entrants, but these are your top 8, starting with Chris Tatarian. Big congrats. Nephew, the big runner-up, also with 40. Chris CCH, Jace the Ace, Noah the Prodigy, PR Balrog, 801 Strider, and JB. What year is it to see these names in the top 8? This is some sort of like multiverse shenanigans to see so many different eras here in our leaderboards, but that's only the first of many. And as you can see here in the bracket, how it all went down, we were following sort of a script, 3-1 all the way through up until Chris T and Chris CCH broke the mold with the first 3-0. Then following suit after that, you can see it over in the loser side towards the finals. That's where things started to get kind of ambiguous in terms of the results. 3-2 from the side of Jace the Ace against Nephew. Or sorry, Nephew on the side of Jace the Ace, right? Chris CCH versus Nephew, 3-0, completely unprecedented comparing to what happened in the winner's bracket. Then, of course, the reset against Chris Tatarian from Nephew, only to fall a little bit short. But to his credit, man, Nephew had to go through so many different Kens, and then also the same 2 right after that, right? I think throughout the entirety of his pool play, he had come from just playing against players in ICFC, against other juries, against other Kens. Yeah. I think majority of his matchups on Tuesday were against juries and Kens.
He's like, yeah, I'm pretty good against those characters now.
No doubt.
Definitely getting a lot of practice there. But again, this top 8, obviously a slew of just great players and a lot of names that we're familiar with. Dude, it's not going to get easier with any of these World Warrior events here for US West. It's going to be Oh, dude, like all season long, it's going to be amazing. I know for Canada West, Justin won the first one over Noodles, if I'm not mistaken. And so Justin is trying to get in there as well. But again, Level Up is running up both of those. And so next few weeks will be coming up shortly. I guess if we can bring up the schedule again here, because I'm just curious to see. There we go. Yeah, so you see right there, the tournaments always take place the day before the top 8 broadcasts. So again, all the way through the November 8th final for Canada West and the November 15th final for US West.
Very, very cool. So many different looks and so many different opportunities around the world to make it to the Capcom Pro Tour's finale here with World Warrior, and it's such an excellent time, right? We get to see so many different communities come together, so many different regions get that spotlight, and so many different tournament organizers really get their foot grounded into getting so many players in part of their tournament circuits too. So again, this has been a part of Wednesday Night Fights with Level Up for World Warrior. We still have our interview with our winner in just a bit. So if you guys want to hear from the man himself who took down the very first World Warrior for US West, stick around in just a little bit. We'll have that interview with Chris Itarian right after this break. Don't go nowhere.